93.7 The Ticket Sports News go now.
I'm Nick Sainert. Mississippi State scored 6 runs and hit 2 home runs in the 8th inning to take the lead against Virginia last night and eventually moved to 2-0 in the College World Series. Tonight, Stanford and Vanderbilt play in an elimination game at 6 p.m. In Major League Baseball, the Kansas City Royals came back to beat the Yankees 6-5 thanks to a 4-run 8th inning. Tyler Naquin hit a 3-run bomb in the 9th to give the Reds a 10-7 win over Minnesota, and Chicago topped Cleveland 7-1 as Kyle Hendricks notched his 10th win of the year. In the NBA playoffs, the Phoenix Suns topped the Clippers 104-103 last night without Chris Paul to go up 2-0 in the series. The final 90 seconds of the game took 33 real minutes to complete because of 5 replay reviews. Tonight, it's Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals as the Atlanta Hawks and the Milwaukee Bucks square off at 7:30 p.m. on TNT. For our latest sports news and updates, keep it tuned right here to 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is the DP and Stevens Show. Live from the Koppel Chevrolet GMC studios in the heart of Lincoln, America, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Derek Pearson.
Do you know who I am? I'm kind of a big deal.
Tom Stevens.
I must be.
You're listening to the DP and Stevens Show, brought to you by Tracy's Collision Center.
Oh, man. Happy Wednesday.
Hello.
Happy hump day to you all. But it is a Wednesday, and we smile because we've reached the halfway point in the week.
Nice job, everyone.
Yeah, you guys are grinding along. Greatly appreciate
Impressively done.
You know, just
Made it to Wednesday.
Fantastic. Before we get into the sports stuff, Rico likes to come in and put his hands in my soup.
Yeah, he does.
And Rico came in and he shared a thing with me that I'm stunned. I'm stunned. And he shared it with me. So then the way the story goes is employees at an Atlanta IKEA called off from work after the store manager created a Juneteenth menu with fried chicken and watermelon. Now,
Nice.
let me help out. And I hate the black speak for you because I speak for me. I'll speak for all black folks. But I have one word for you.
No.
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 Do not do that. Do not. No.
No.
We are so weird.
No.
We're like, do you have?
Why don't you just have somebody that says, we're going to do this, and you just say no, and then it's over. The discussion's over.
Get you some friends that can tell you no. Like, have a friend that'll like, hey, I'm thinking, and a friend that will just simply go, not gonna no,
be prudent.
No,
juncture.
No. So anyway, it's still
There's that.
Wednesday.
And so that's what Rico does to us every day. He comes in with an explosive story and gets you riled up right before the show.
He what he does is he becomes the guy on top of the water slide who has running diarrhea.
What he does is he goes right to Nick and he goes, watch this.
You know, and then splatter all over this.
It's fantastic. I love it. I can't wait when he does that.
Remarkable.
Usually it's
Are you serious?
Usually it's
Are you calling me diarrhea guy?
I'm saying, look what you did.
You know what I do?
We were
no. Stop.
We were
stop.
celebrating.
Do you know what I do for this station? I provide so much content.
That's right.
I give you guys so much.
As I said,
you are welcome.
As I said, he is the guy that comes and dumps on the
It's
water slide.
It is not a dump.
And
it's not a dump.
That guy provides.
It is a cake.
He actually had the water slide story the other day.
Right.
It is a cake with beautiful candles and whipped topping, whipped frosting. There's no sprinkles because sprinkles are bad.
Sprinkles.
Run,
it's
Forrest.
delicious.
Run,
and
Forrest.
you're welcome.
Run, Forrest.
I even get to bring some cookies, some cupcakes.
Man,
I get everything for you guys.
Man.
You are
I have
welcome.
never seen a cookie or a cupcake.
On the stream. Get
Are
to the
those from you?
stream. Get
What
to
in the
stream.
world is your problem?
Get to the stream.
I am here for
and-
you.
and tell us what is on Rico's shirt.
Good
Do
luck.
not tell them what's on your shirt.
Oh, that
I
is
know,
a
it's kinda-
cool
It might
shirt.
be kind of hard for them to see.
We got passes for the Salt Dogs. If you
There was a cooler one.
Did you get that at the event?
I did get it at the event. There was a cooler one, but it was very thick. It was a very thick shirt. And I was like, it's a short sleeve. And I was like, I'm not wearing this thick shirt during the summer. Like, I'd be sweating my arms off. I'm not doing that.
A lot of people miss that location.
Yeah.
It's true. I
a
am
lot
one
of
of
people miss
those.
it.
I am one of those.
Yeah, so
I have memorabilia from there.
So from the text
Nice.
to the text line, you can just tell us what Rico is wearing today, and from you got to be on the stream. And I know some folks aren't on the stream. You'll find a way to give you prizes later, but
You're welcome.
you got to thank Rico. This is what we're gonna do for
See,
Rico.
look, content.
Rico,
We got it.
You're welcome. Do you need anything else from me?
No,
Are you
no,
sure?
No, you're good.
You good?
Yeah,
All right. You want
good.
to talk about the NBA?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
You want
We'll
to talk
get
about
there.
DeAndre Ayton?
We can talk about
He's
it.
the best player from that draft class.
Look at him, just diarrhea all over this opening segment.
Yeah.
Just throw that out there.
People forget he was the number 1 overall pick.
Do they forget?
I think they do.
They do forget. He doesn't forget.
There's one thing that people remember from that draft class, and it's a big trade. Nobody remembers anything else. So I'm going to be honest. I actually forgot he was in that draft class too.
See, this is the full disclosure when he says, "Hey, nobody remembered that." That's Rico saying, "I didn't remember that."
I forgot.
Somebody says the caption keeps blocking the shirt on Rico.
The what is?
the
the captions.
I see what no.
But, Tink, they say pink. It
You
is
mean
pink. Yes.
it's not-
No, they
it's
said
not
it's a pink
pink.
It's a-
tutu.
Okay.
They said
You
you're
wish
wearing
it was a
They
pink
said
tutu.
you're wearing a pink tutu.
I would.
Mailman Dan
Consider
says
it.
you are wearing a pink tutu.
As norm.
Mailman
As is the
Dan
norm.
wishes I
And
was wearing a
Dan
pink
wants
tutu.
Dan wants to know. He goes, when can we talk about Rico and his affinity to wear heels again?
Look at that. No heels.
No heels today.
But you see that flexibility though? Look at that. Reach toes.
Look
Look at
That is
that.
impressive.
Look at that.
His legs only go so far.
Look at that. I am mostly legs.
90%.
Turn up the volume and the captions turn off. Says Nick possibly.
Okay.
Should we take a quick call? Is Dave there?
Let's talk to Dave.
Hi, Dave.
Let's talk to Dave.
How are you?
Hey, Tom. Hey, DP. Hey, I saw that article and I couldn't believe it, but that reminds me of who was the golfer that
Oh yeah.
that won the Masters and
Yeah.
or Tiger Woods was there and they would have turned in. But I grew up watching Good Times,
Mm-hmm.
the TV show. I love that show. Like I just thrive on. That reminds me of a time when the Evans family invited Chrome Dome, which was Alderman Fred C. Davis.
Yes.
And he goes, we're going to have collared back and fat greens for dinner. And the whole Evans family just started laughing
Gotta go.
because he said that. But,
Gotta
hey,
go.
thanks for squeezing my call in. Thank you.
Thanks, Dave.
It's a Fuzzy Zeller mistake.
Yeah, this is one where again, just get you a friend. Get you a friend that's not like you.
Yeah. Yeah. You can always say, what do you think of this idea? And they'll just say, no.
No, just get you a
No.
friend that's not like you. Like, stop talking about people like you know them. If you
No.
don't know them, if you don't know any NBA dudes, you should probably back down a little bit. You don't know any you don't know any coaches. You probably shouldn't speak as an expert on them. Whoever that is probably got fired. Whoever that
I'm
was.
hoping they did.
They offered, it says, look out for the special menu on Saturday, which will include fried chicken, watermelon, mac and cheese, potato salad, collard greens, candy yams.
Yeah.
Now, if that person is of color, still no.
Right.
No.
No.
Juneteenth was a thing that it was a celebration of Americans being free. Period. Americans. Say it. Say Americans. Say it. Americans.
Americans.
See, we
Americans.
like stop. All right, just stop. From this point, IKEA, do better. That's what I'm going to say. Do better, because that.
And then hopefully they will.
Yeah, right.
Nobody has completely identified what Rico is wearing. And it wasn't
well,
a
no,
big
Joe
tutu.
Joe got it. He says
Did he?
he says
Okay.
he's wearing cargo
My
shorts.
screen doesn't have
But
it.
that's a guess. Like that's almost a guess that Rico.
He's always wearing cargo
Well,
shorts.
that's
We wanted to know what was
what
on
I'm
his
saying.
shirt.
That's what I'm thinking. It's pretty much like to go. Rico's wearing cargo shorts. Yeah, Rico's always wearing cargo shorts.
He is. And now here he comes again. Almost
What the
always.
hell did I do to you? What did I do to you? What is happening?
It's a statement of fact. You
What is
wear
going on?
cargo shorts a lot.
When
What
was
did I
the
do to
last
you?
time you weren't wearing cargo shorts?
Cargo shorts are perfect.
Well, then, so there was nothing wrong with the statement.
So it's a statement of fact.
You're
It's a-
making fun of me. I don't like it.
No, it was.
Why
Joe.
do people rag on cargo shorts? There's so many pockets. It's amazing. I can carry so many things. My wife doesn't need to take her purse anywhere. I've got my shorts.
Joe was the one that said it. Is he wearing cargo
Yes,
shorts?
Joe, I am.
And
It's just-
he said he wasn't guessing. He
No
said
fight about it?
He said he propped his leg up on the desk so he could see.
yeah.
So now at least
Does he have a shirt tied around his waist?
Like a hoodie tied around my waist?
No.
Like a shirt tied around my
Bare
waist?
midriff.
Do you want me to?
Rico?
Do you want me to wear like a?
No, I don't.
I
need,
don't.
No,
I can do
don't-
it.
No,
I can do it right now.
I don't ever
No.
want to see that.
No. Did you see the?
I can do
so
it right now.
So you
I'll
saw
tuck
the
my
Olympic
shirt up.
trials. You saw the Olympic trials where the runner from BYU had the accident.
Yes.
That's what we was thinking. He said when you threw your leg up on the desk, all I could think. Tom, did you see it?
Yeah, I saw it.
The BYU runner, and like you're just watching the race, and you see the blur on the screen. I'm like,
You're like, wait a minute.
why are they? Where?
Not-
Oh,
not
oh,
happening.
oh,
Not
Why is this
good.
happening? You're like,
oh.
Oops.
The beans fell out of the bag. It
as DP has been known to say from time to time, whoops-a-diddly.
You would think that would happen during the swim trials occasionally.
No, too tight. Everything's too tight.
Tom tells me the story.
I swam
Once a week, Tom tells me the story of him and his Speedos.
Yeah, that's right.
Like he's like,
I was a swimmer. Did I ever tell you that? I was a swimmer in high school.
Are you obsessed with your Speedo? Do you still wear Speedos?
I was a breaststroker.
no, he's
Very good breaststroker.
Yes, we know.
Yes.
Most men that wear Speedos are.
Yeah.
That's
But I
Well.
never once saw that. I never saw that incident happen. And I did a lot of swimming in high school.
oh no, we had this friend of mine. I can't even say his name, and shame.
I think you should.
I love him. I love this dude. Good dude. But he had that. I always found it interesting that, again, these are high school kids.
Yeah.
And he had a girlfriend who was also on the swim and dive team.
Mm-hmm.
And he had on the Speedos.
You have to wear the Speedo. Sometimes they're longer, and guys will shave all of their hair on the body.
He was
All of it.
He was a diver. And in between dives, he would sit with his girlfriend.
Well, divers can do anything they
I
want.
feel like this story is going to take a terrible turn.
It took a awful turn. It took a horrible turn because as the story was passed along by the swim coach and other members of the swim and dive
Nice
team,
little game of telephone.
they called him. You're up next,
Mhm.
and he had to get up.
Ooh.
As some of you may know, when you're sitting next to somebody who you enjoy the company of, sometimes
This is 35 years. This is 40 years later, and I remember it like it was yesterday because he showed up at class the next day, and you had those morning announcements, and they would talk about the swim meet.
They
And-
mentioned him?
no,
By name?
well, he mentioned because he actually won. He won the meet,
Right.
but
After doing that?
congratulations, kid.
he had a day. He had a day.
If he did it at the same time,
Like
that's amazing.
he had a day. Well, he was embarrassed because the moment they started talking about the swim meet, everybody in the room just looked at him, and it was like
It's the turn in the.
it was like,
Yeah.
dude, really? And yeah, it was
Hey, but he won though.
it was.
But he won, which is impressive.
like,
Good
I'd
for
put
him.
that on the
like,
resume.
how was he not
I
dizzy?
wouldn't.
Like, how was he not dizzy? Like,
You're very high up. I'm very confused. The air is thin.
People,
But
people
we-
are getting lazy on the text line. Is he wearing a 93.7 The Ticket shirt? Just
No.
go to the video.
Joe says,
Go to the, it is kind of far away.
He
but-
says, "Where are the Birkenstocks?"
okay, that's too far, sir. I don't think you realize the color of my skin. Or Birkenstocks.
You've never worn Birkenstocks?
No. Why would I ever wear Birkenstocks?
That's a racist comment. You can't say that.
I mean, it kind of is, but I'm gonna say it anyways.
He said, "Oh,
All right.
you can be Black Birkenstocks guy." Can
you?
That's just superhero name.
Well, I've never worn Birkenstocks, so that's not me.
Oh man,
Not about
That's-
that life. Sorry
that's
about it.
Fantastic.
I don't own a boat. I'm not gonna wear a pastel polo.
Look, I've seen pictures of you in high school.
Never
You-
wore a pastel
you,
polo.
You were a little. Ooh, Dan goes stilettos.
Hey, my calves would be popping.
You
though.
ever tried them on?
No.
The bear says it's the pants, the pleats.
It's the pleat in the pants.
Very good.
As Ron Burgundy would say.
Bear, look,
Pleat in the
Bear,
pants.
for that reference alone, Bear, text Nick, and we're going to give you passes to the Salt Dome.
Well,
Just-
Jason actually got the answer right.
That's
a good
such-
one.
For
Or, somebody got the
That's
answer
a good
right.
one.
That Bear, that text is so good. We're going to call
Somebody
that
got it
the-
right.
Somebody did say the Rosenblatt shirt.
Oh,
Jason.
Correct.
Joe. Joe must be. He must be. Joe says can't read the white shirt. Looks like it says stabbed.
Joe, aren't you working? What are you doing?
Oh,
Would you wear a shirt that said stabbed on it?
Honestly, maybe, and then like have like a little knife on the shirt.
You have a hoodie from Romney Malco.
I have not worn that hoodie yet.
This
I
is-
thought about it once, and I was
do it.
like, you know what? It was during the pandemic, and everybody's wearing masks, and I was
sent
like,
you
this
a
seems like
hoodie?
a terrible idea.
It's a hoodie, and one of his characters' catchphrases is, "Do I look guilty to you?
Yeah, I was.
Do I look like a criminal to you?"
Yeah, I thought about that, but we were all wearing masks because it was during the pandemic and it was cold out, so the hood probably would have been up. And I'm like, this would be a terrible idea.
Yeah, because you pull up the hood and then under it says, "Do I look
Yeah,
like
this would be a terrible idea. So I have yet to wear it.
Claytonia John had to Google Birkenstocks.
Yeah, it's just I've worn almost every kind of shoe that you can imagine. Birkenstock is not one of them.
I haven't either.
Crocs, very comfortable though.
No, never worn
Flip flops? Are you a flip flop guy?
What
Occasionally.
do you mean flip? Like the
you
thong
wear
flip flops,
yeah,
or like
the
just?
thongs.
the-
My feet are too big for flip flops.
I used to wear those
No.
all the time,
That's just rude.
and then like I had like 3 pairs that just like broke, like because I'm just walking and they just like break, and I was like, all right, I'm not buying these anymore, so I just get the slides now,
No,
like the Nike and the Adidas
well,
slides.
one, I don't like the thing between the toes.
Yeah, that feels weird.
No.
on
It's
me.
like I don't like that. And then again, I have size 14 feet, man. It is
they don't make
unpleasant.
flip flops that big.
They make golf sandals now.
it is,
like you
I
can
What
play
is they
golf.
golf?
Yeah.
sandals?
Yeah. Buddy of mine used to just show up in his flip flops, take them off, and put them in his bag, play barefoot. He played better barefoot in golf.
Nope.
Um,
Nope.
They finally made him stop doing it.
I would say most country
I'm glad
clubs would
that they did.
frown upon that.
Yeah.
Sir, you need to
It
wear
wasn't a
shoes.
country club.
Sir, this is a country club. You don't know what you
You wear sandals at Bushwood.
Here, we've got an extra pair of Birkenstocks.
There were the sandal golf shoes. They had the
Yeah.
golf bottoms,
Yeah.
but they had the sandal tops. And Nike did. There was a matter of fact, because every year at the Jimmy V golf tournament and the Hootie golf tournament, they were sponsors, and they would just show up with this truck full of shoes, and they would give them, and I would give mine away. Like I'd give them away.
I like them. They're comfortable.
I have to take your word on it.
Mark says he's got a size 15 flip flop. I don't think he's wearing it today.
Mark,
but
that's just your foot.
That's
he's a big man.
That's just the sound your feet
That's
make.
just your foot, Mark.
That's just the sound. That's just the sound your feet makes.
It's just your flippers.
Then I have to ask Mark. Ask Mark the question: does he get pedicures? Just get manicure pedicures. If he's gonna have those dogs,
You have done that.
yes, look, man,
Hey.
I'm not gonna torture the United States having unkempt feet.
I mean,
Exposed.
can you keep your man card if you're getting a manicure?
Yes,
My
yes.
dad
Yes.
gets pedicures, and I dare you to say that to his face because he's a third-degree black
pedicures.
belt.
Yeah.
I had to get a pedicure once because it was a radio promotion. So I went in, and it was actually kind of nice because they rub down your feet. They do.
That's
the
a
whole-
date day for Becky and I. We go, we sit side by side. That's
My
when we
feet are
catch up.
ticklish. I don't know.
No,
Yeah,
but
I
you
don't
can't
like
get over
people
that.
touching my feet. But this was kind of nice.
That's a date
I would
day
consider it.
Look, man.
I just haven't done it.
These hands were important, man. Take care of them. You ask Rachel to make a date, and y'all go.
She doesn't like people touching her feet. She would
Okay,
not do it.
we'll go get your hands done.
Okay.
Go get your hands done.
Axel Foley says they're called not sandals but mandals.
Mandals.
They're mandals.
Is that when you kill the animal yourself and make them out of the skin? Is that a mandal?
If I'm going to the pool, that's what I'm wearing. That's what I'm wearing.
I need the skin of a dead animal on my feet. Only then can you be a man.
As opposed to the plastic that would melt. Like, I think
Terrible.
that may have been why there's some cheap flip flops back in the day when you didn't have money and you get them, and if it was 100 degrees, they would melt on your feet.
I feel like that.
Like they would
painful.
they would melt on your feet. It was like, wait a minute, what is going on?
This is
Like,
worse. This is worse than walking barefoot on the cement. I don't.
yeah,
like it.
yeah. Like you just go, okay, and then of course, like so, we go get manicure pedicures, and they have these paper things that they will slide to cover your feet,
In between the toes.
like well,
what are you talking about?
Well, it's one between the toe, but it's paper, and it just it sits so your foot doesn't go from being perfectly clean onto their floor.
Oh, okay. That
And
makes
then
sense.
when you walk
Oh,
over
yeah.
to get your hands done, you have this thing on until you
Yeah.
whether your nails dry or your toes dry or whatever it is. And again, they never have the right size.
They're putting like 3 of them on your foot. They're like, sir, we've never seen a foot this big. I don't know what to do.
It's just it's embarrassing. Like they just go, "Oh, your feet." yes, you got me. You got me.
Heidi's always asking me
Mr.
to get a pedicure because I'm not a regular toenail trimmer.
Look at Mark. You're not what? Wait a minute.
I let him sometimes get out of hand, and
I
she's
was
like,
waiting for
"Please
that.
do it immediately."
I was like, did he hear it? I don't know if he heard it.
What?
Well, did you hear Simple's thing a couple
What?
of weeks ago?
No.
He doesn't.
What
His
is
wife gets mad at him because his toes are so gnarly that he'll rip the sheets with his tongue.
Oh my goodness!
That's when you know you have. Look,
He
man.
said his wife gets mad at him because he ripped so many sheets.
Well, no, that's the joke. Is
I've
listen.
Not done that.
The moment you hear your feet on the sheets, it's time, man.
All right, I
It
need
is
to take care of
time.
these.
It is time to go. Like you could start a fire under there with the friction.
They told
Like-
that story. They told that story, and I was like, "Sip, are you serious?" He goes, "Well, yeah. I just, well, yeah. I don't really take care of my toes,
Man.
so they just
I'm right there with him.
they rip the sheets, and she's not very happy with
That's well, but it also rips your socks, man. It's just like
It does. That's when I know I need to trim them when the socks get in the
I've
way.
never ripped my socks with my toenail.
Just with you.
Sometimes it's hard to put on the socks; they get caught in the
Yes,
socks.
because it's like you drag it across. You go, look, go get that handle.
Yes,
Have
sandpaper.
Have a professional. As a matter of fact, I'll tell this. This
I'm
is
not
a-
paying somebody $100 for something I could do.
You
for
can't
free.
do what they do.
Then do it.
You
Yeah,
can't do.
here's what you do: you trim them, and then you put a nail file around them. And
They can't. You can't do what they do, and it is a great mental escape. Like there's a real part of that to have.
I'm very surprised
They
that you
will-
get pedicure.
They
Oh,
will massage the
once-
stress out of your feet. That is actually not surprising.
once
at all.
every 3 weeks. Oh, I'm a diva.
Every 3 weeks,
Absolutely,
That surprises you?
absolutely.
a little
That
bit.
does not surprise me at all.
Wait a minute. When was the last time you had your cuticles done?
Never.
See, this is the
See, I don't get you.
look, man.
I should look all these things. I
Yes,
should. I
yes,
just don't.
Yes, absolutely. And there's a thing like
Do they come over to the house?
No, we go. Well, there's a time when we used to do that,
Oh my
but
goodness.
but
oh my
but
goodness.
before Becky,
See?
This man, high strung.
Becky, it was if I dated you, like if you were my girl, she would do my hands and nails.
So women like to know that you're getting manicures and pedicures.
Oh, they would much look these hands much look. A woman tell you
Look, man, I have a thread on Twitter that I should just send you. Some guy got his hand got a pet manicure, and all he did was post the picture of his hand, and he said clear coat and these look good. and it went viral, and there were some not safe things being said in the comments.
But that's okay.
Women love clean hands.
Just
Of course they do.
the-
They like
so
to know
why
that
would
you washed them.
So why would you not? No, but nobody wants.
Like well taken care of, like everything looks
And
up
they're
to par.
and they're
you
women.
can just clip your nails. You're good.
No,
Wash your
but that's
hands. You're
not-
fine. Take a shower.
Then that speaks. You're making a statement out loud that you know what.
I'm
Little
guessing
is
if-
enough.
I
If
used
we
to
took
bite
a
my
poll
nails
of our
all the time.
listeners, I would say less than 10% get manicures and pedicures on a regular basis.
I would disagree because I've been in those shops and there are a whole lot of football players, basketball players, baseball players.
They're just lined up around the door, the whole Nebraska football team.
I'm telling you that
I wouldn't be surprised if all the quarterbacks get
so
manicures.
So here's the thing. Here I am telling you what I know to be true. When in a space that I'm in on a regular basis, and you're going to tell me no. I'm telling you, when we go get ours, I'm never the only dude in there. I'm never, as a matter of fact,
All right.
I'm never like one of two dudes. There's a bunch of dudes in there. Usually it's with the spouse. Sometimes it's just a dude going to get his business handled.
Okay.
I
I take your word for
And
it.
then Mark says this, and we got it. Mark says he's gotten a petty, but not regularly. Don't like my feet. Don't look at my feet. No, don't show me your feet in public.
You want to see my feet?
No, that's
Look,
like
if you're wearing
I don't
sandals, you're
have-
going to see their
Here,
feet.
hold on. Let me take the sock off.
again.
If you're at the pool,
Don't
you're going to see
I-
somebody's
no,
feet.
Listen.
Don't look down.
No, you don't.
Don't
get
look
to-
at them. It's like looking at the sun.
like right, like it's
Don't do it.
like
I've seen some terrible toes.
like here comes Mark.
Don't do
and
it.
his here comes
Nobody has good-looking feet.
Here comes Mark.
Women
and his
don't have
size
good-looking feet.
15
Some people
boats. He's got boats. And here he comes flapping those size 15s. And I'm supposed to not. I'm supposed to ignore Captain Thunderfoot? Like, are you kidding me? What are you? Like, how are you so mean? Like, how would you even say that?
No.
Like, don't look. You don't like my feet. Don't look at them. Listen, put them boats back in the shed, man. What?
In sports,
so sorry.
Flap, 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 flap. Hey, don't pay attention to
Yeah.
these thunderboats.
Oh my goodness. Marcus, not a duck. Stop.
I swam a lot, as I mentioned. Did I mention to you guys that I swam in high school?
yeah.
I
Did you wear a Speedo?
Yeah, I wore a Speedo,
Crazy.
which
Now,
is the required
that's a thing
uniform.
I've never done. I've never.
It's a
worn it.
required uniform for swimmers.
Why didn't? That's why
I swam 1 year in middle school. We did not wear Speedos. We wore like spandex.
No.
It was
No.
just like track spandex. Like that's what it was.
They're
All I'm
still
gonna
wearing
say-
Speedos.
No, all I'm gonna say is
Swimmers have the ugliest feet.
folks, you do not want me in Speedo. Just unsightly.
You know
Just
what?
Don't do that to yourself.
You know what? We should make a bet. We should make some sort of sports related bet where if you lose, you have to take a picture in a Speedo.
There is not a bet I would ever make.
Is there anything you feel just
Nope.
extremely comfortable?
Nope, not
with-
for
with
Speedo.
making-
Nope, not gonna happen.
What would
like-
it cost to get you in a
not
Speedo?
gonna happen.
Like
they don't have enough money to
Yeah.
get me in a Speedo.
Maybe
I'm trying to
during your
think of
next
something.
pedicure, you
like
can
the
throw on a
like
Speedo.
the Washington football team, you have
No.
extreme confidence they'll make
No,
the playoffs.
No, I do
You don't? Not
No.
anymore?
Not no,
not
not
that much.
not Speedo confidence. No.
Chase Young wins at least one defensive player of the year.
Oh,
Do you have that much
no,
confidence?
No,
you don't have that.
I don't have that confidence in anything.
Okay.
No, not happening.
What are the odds that Chris Bassett recently had a manicure or a pedicure?
He's a journalist. I would say he has.
Within the last month, he's had a pedicure or
I'd say
manicure.
I would say the last
pandemic.
month manicure.
Well, no, but the pandemic changed a lot of that because you had to be in short space. But I would say that given freedom, that he would.
I'm going to bet no.
Okay.
What is more
you're saying
recent,
yes.
a manicure or a Speedo for Chris Bassett?
Oh, the manicure.
That'll
That's
be
the winner.
That's the first
That's the
question.
question.
There we
That's
go.
the first question.
All
Chris
right.
Bassett, Lincoln Journal Star next.
More of the DP and Steven Show is coming your way on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
At Buffalo Wings and Rings, they combine fresh, juicy chicken with their superior league of wing sauces to create out-of-this-world flavors. And starting April 19th, warm up your taste buds for 3 new sauces: Old Bay Hot, Curry Ranch, and Hot Harissa Honey. Available for a limited time only for dine-in and carry-out. Download the Wings and Rings app to learn more and order online. Buffalo Wings and Rings, we just do chicken better.
Summertime is here and the temperature is rising. Beat the heat at the Pawnee Plunge Water Park in Columbus all summer long. Pawnee Plunge features a full day of fun for the whole family, including the Flow Ride, the only one in Nebraska, a large swimming pool, diving boards, a lazy river, climbing wall, and of course, massive water slides. It's a great place for parties or a great spot to lounge around all day long. Book your party by calling 402-562-4269. Come splash and play the Pawnee Plunge Way in Columbus from May 31st through August 8th.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and there has never been a better time to trade in your car, truck, or van, and Koppel wants to be the place to do it. We have sold and serviced vehicles here in Louisville for over 45 years, and to show our appreciation, Bob would like to invite you down to the dealership to get a multi-point inspection, oil change, alignment check, and Kelley Blue Book evaluation for your vehicle at no charge. Yes, you heard right, no charge. This is a limited time offer. Go online at koppelcars.com, schedule your visit. You must have an online appointment to qualify. Offer ends June 30th.
The Drive with Connor Happer and Ravi Lula.
How intense are the hard feelings toward Arizona State? Kevin Mawe put out a Bible verse that hinted that ASU's compliance, what's that word? Comeuppance? Comeuppance. I don't say that word.
Weekdays from 3 to 6 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
One unforgettable event. One chance to get up close and personal with some of the greatest names in golf. One opportunity to create memories that will last a lifetime. Get your tickets now for the U.S. Senior Open, coming to Omaha July 5th through the 11th at the Omaha Country Club. If you're looking for family fun for all ages, this is one championship you don't want to miss. For tickets, visit ussenioropen.com.
Mike Shaver here. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaving changed my life the past few years with their 10-week challenge, and now you can get your life and fitness back on track too. Build muscle, burn fat, and lose weight with the 10-week challenge with orientation on July 10th and the workouts starting July 12th. Their teamwork, accountability, and results keep you going 45 minutes at a time. And if you can't make it to the gym, they have an at-home video component now. Sign up today for the Farrell's 10-week challenge and mention the ticket for a 50% discount at fxblincoln.com.
Back to the DP and Stevens Show, brought to you by Tracy's Collision Center on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Yeah.
We just got our monthly delivery of Bagels and Joe's.
Yep.
5 pounds of coffee. They gave us our mugs. Bagels and Joe's on one side. On the other side, it says, "Do good things today," which is my jam.
Drinking coffee would be one of those things.
I dig it. I dig that. Well done.
Well, we had a bet. Chris Bassett joins us of the Lincoln Journal-Star. Last time you've had a manicure or a pedicure, Chris?
Never, for both of them.
Never. What was the last time you wore Speedos?
I do that every day, DP. I don't know what you're talking about. I've never done that either.
Just strutting around the Bassett Estates. Just
my wife is absolutely disgusted on a daily basis.
That's the one where you just go out in the middle of the yard and just stand there and let nature appreciate its own work.
Yep. There's
and
Chris.
People walk by and look at you and you go, what? Like, what's the problem?
Just leave tips.
Yep.
Leave tips,
That's
people.
right.
Throw money.
There's Chris mowing the lawn in his Speedo again.
He's got a giant straw hat and a Speedo on. It must be Thursday.
Thursday. Chris Bassett of the Lincoln Journal-Star. Your reaction to Creighton going on probation, just a slap on the wrist, or is that a big deal?
Yeah, I think it kind of leans more slap of the wrist in my mind. I don't know that we'll ever, truly know the whole story, but it seems, when the AD is conducting his own investigation without using his compliance department, no matter what the school is, that seems like a pretty big deal to me. So we'll see what that ends up looking like for Creighton and how much it affects them as a program. But to me, it seems more slap on the wrist than it does big deal.
So in clarity, you're saying we're never going to know what Creighton did.
Well, do we ever know what any of these schools really truly do? I mean, we hear some of the stuff, of course, but do we ever get the full story from anybody? I don't know. I'm not trying to be, funny or anything like that. I think that's just the way it is. I think we hear a lot of what happens and we get a lot of the story, but who knows if we ever actually truly get the full story of what happens in any of these places. So I'm not trying to single out Creighton or make fun of Creighton or anything like that, but I don't know that we'll ever hear the full story on any of these deals, whether it's Creighton or Kansas or Arizona State or Arizona or anybody else.
Chris Bassett of the Lincoln Journal-Star is our guest. Delano Banton doing well at the G League Elite Camp. In fact, named one of the top 5 performers this week. Would that mean that he could possibly get an invite to the NBA draft?
Maybe. I don't know if he performed quite well enough to do that, but certainly I think what the personnel there saw is what we've seen, right? He's got unique size for his position, a unique skill set. He's got a great feel for the game. He's an incredible passer. By all accounts, he was the best passer at that camp this weekend. And that's not a surprise to people that have seen him play. He has a great feel for the game and a great ability to find teammates for shots. But, it's kind of the same knocks that we've seen too, right? He really struggles to shoot the ball. If you can't shoot, it's pretty tough to make it in the NBA, and we saw Delano's struggles last year in that area, and he had games where it was okay, but it wasn't consistent enough. So unless he's, really truly elite, and by elite, I mean one of the best in the world at being able to pass the ball, to defend, do all those other things, and the shooting has to improve. And until the shooting improves quite a bit, or at least gets to a point where it's serviceable, then I think it's going to be tough for Delano to get that invite to the draft.
Do you think he can be a pro? I say this as a guy that was in the minor leagues for a long time, that everybody has something to work on. Even if you're an All-American, you have something to work on. And 0 people outside of the first round of the NBA are drafted to star. They're not drafted to feature. They're drafted to do a thing that team needs done well. And for a 6'9" guard who rebounds well, passes well, then there are teams that need a 6'9" point guard who do those 2 things well, because they've got other shooters. Like his job is to feed the shooter. It's not his job to be the shooter. What are your thoughts on the fact that Banton could be an NBA player?
Yeah, I think he absolutely could be an NBA player, DP. You're right. And it's for everything we've talked about. He's special. He is. He's such a unique guy. And if, like you said, if you can rebound at a high level, if he can pass the ball, handle the ball at a high level, there's a spot for him on an NBA roster. That doesn't mean he'll be a star. And you're right. The majority of these guys that get drafted aren't stars, but could he carve out a role for himself in the NBA? Certainly. Look at what Isaiah Roby has done. We want to talk about a guy from Nebraska getting drafted. Look at what Isaiah Roby did this year for the OKC Thunder. He had a great year, and he wasn't a star, but he played his role well. He rebounded the ball. He scored when he needed to, and he filled up the stat sheet. It's a similar game to what Banton has, really. You're talking similar sized guys. Both have the ability to handle the ball in transition, to start a break after they grab a rebound. There's a role for Banton there, and he certainly won't ever be asked to be a 3-point sniper or anything like that. But yeah, if he stays on the path he's on, there's absolutely a role for Delano Banton in the NBA.
That being said, I think he has until July 7th to make a decision whether or not he's coming back to Nebraska. What's your prediction? Will he be at Nebraska next year?
I think he will be. I think this is where having a coach like Fred Hoiberg really helps guys in this decision-making process, because he's a guy that's been there and has experienced it, obviously as a player and certainly as a coach, as a GM. He understands it from all sides, and he's not going to tell Delano Banton a bunch of stuff that isn't true. I think he's going to be honest with Delano Banton, and I think Delano's a smart enough guy to take that advice, whether it's from Fred Hoiberg or whether it's from the GMs and scouts he's talking to at the G League Combine or things like that. And I think he'll make an informed decision. And what that means is I think he comes back to Nebraska, unless there's just an offer out there that he knows that he's going to get that is just truly he's unable to turn that down. Then I think he can come back, and I think he can make himself a lot of money if he has a really good year this year and try it again next year. So yeah, at the end of the day, I think Delano Banton's back at Nebraska with an eye towards what next year might look like in terms of becoming a pro.
If he returns, is he the starting point guard on a team that brings back Kobe Webster, that has two McGowans that can handle the ball, that you have Keon who can come in and handle the ball? Is he the starting point guard?
I think he is, and I think it's for the reasons we just talked about, right? It's not going to be his job to shoot the threes. It's not going to be his job to make jumpers. It's going to be his job to run the offense, to rebound, to get them into offense, in the half court and things like that. Because Nebraska, I know Nebraska has more shooting this year than they've had the first couple of years under Fred Hoiberg. They aren't going to need Delano Banton to shoot a lot of 3-pointers. If he's open in the corner and they're not going to guard him, then yeah, he can fire it up. But there's enough options there and enough depth there that I think that allows Fred Hoiberg to put Delano back at the point guard position. And look, he struggled last year, and I think he'd be the first to admit that. I think the COVID shutdown really affected him maybe as much as anybody else on that team. So from what we saw this weekend, and that Nebraska's coaches were watching this weekend, if he does come back, he's going to be absolutely right in the mix to be the starting point guard.
Basketball recruiting seems to be going really well. You've had a couple of 5-stars visit. I think Ramel Lloyd was in this weekend, a 4-star point guard, and a big one at 6'6". It feels like Nebraska's in the hunt. He's going to announce, I believe, June 27th. What, in your opinion, are Nebraska's chances?
I think they're pretty good. He's got one more visit scheduled to Arkansas before he's going to announce, so that probably makes you a little nervous if you're in Nebraska. But the thing with these visits that helps Nebraska so much is that they all seem to go really well, because you take these guys over and you show them the Hendricks facility, and you take them over and you show them Pinnacle Bank Arena, which is basically an NBA arena that a college team uses. You see the city, you see the academic programs, the nutrition, the wagering, you see all that stuff. And not that every school doesn't have that, but Lincoln, as we all know, has some things working against it when it comes to location and history and things like that. So, yeah, look, Nebraska's absolutely in the mix. There's no doubt about that. Will they get every single one of these guys? No, but do they have a chance to get Ramel Lloyd when he announces here in a few days? Absolutely, because he was able to get here and see what Nebraska has to offer and see these guys face to face.
I keep wanting to highlight that there has been a change in the profile of Nebraska athletics when it comes to most of the programs. That you have Ohio State football players who are choosing Nebraska. You have A&M baseball players who are choosing Nebraska. You're in a battle of a 4-star where he's been all over the country and been offered all sorts of things. The word on the street, it comes down to Oregon and Nebraska. Something has changed, and there is a good profile happening. What has been the change in your mind? What's the thing that all of a sudden has turned for Nebraska athletics to be thought of so highly?
I think it's just the coaching staffs, and whether it's basketball, whether it's football, whether it's baseball, I think you're seeing these coaching staffs be more aggressive when it comes to going after high level athletes. I think a lot of that has started with the basketball program, and all you have to do is look at the visitors that have been in here, not only this year, but even going back to last year, and the team signing a 5-star recruit while never even getting him on campus. And yes, he's the brother of a guy that's already here, but you still signed a 5-star recruit. It's that old saying, a rising tide lifts all boats. And the basketball team hasn't had the success on the court, but they've been able to do it on the recruiting trail. And look, Scott Frost sees that. Will Bolt sees that. All these coaches see that. They see that it can be done here. And so that means Nebraska's doing a good job of marketing itself to these guys, one, but it's also a deal where you're seeing these coaches saying, yeah, you know what, we can get all these guys. And we may not get all these guys, but we can get some of these guys. And that's where it starts. And so I think a lot of the credit has to go to the basketball team and that coaching staff and Fred Hoiberg and Matt Abdelmassih for the way they've been able to yes, get these guys in here to visit, but also sign a lot of high-level guys. And that's where it starts, because I think that it allows these other coaching staffs to see, you know what, we can do it here, and we know we can do it here, and here's the proof that we can do it.
Hey, Chris, about a minute left or so. Just your take on the College World Series. Good attendance, obviously. How far is Nebraska away from some of the teams that you've seen at the College World Series? What separates Nebraska from some of the teams you've seen?
They're not real far away. And we saw that in Arkansas. Nebraska was maybe, one pitcher away, maybe one more power bat away from being that team. Look at what NC State's done since they've been in there. And after they got smoked in that first game at Arkansas, they came back and won a couple one-run close games. Well, what did Nebraska have against Arkansas? It was 3 close, tense games where maybe if a couple breaks go the other way, Nebraska's that team that's down there, and they're in the NC State role this year. So no, they're not far away at all, and they're obviously going to lose some experience and some talent with the guys that are going to be leaving this year, and Schwellenbach and potentially Cade Povich and some of those super seniors and things like that. So yeah, I think it's closer than a lot of people probably think it is, and that's exciting if you're a fan of that team, if you're a coach on that team or a player on that team. Is you're not all that far away. You proved it this year, and there may be a piece or two away from being in contention for those sorts of things year in and year out. And all I have to do is watch the teams down there and see that, yeah, Nebraska's right there with any of them.
Chris, good stuff. Keep wearing the Speedo. I think the neighbors probably enjoy it. They probably do.
I'll be sure and tell my wife that you told me to keep wearing the Speedo. Okay. Thank you.
There you go. Chris Pastner of the Lincoln Journal-Star. Always good stuff. Talking a little Husker baseball and some basketball as well. Basketball recruiting really going well. Let's get the break. Come back with the blog jog next.
You're listening to the DP and Stevens Show on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. There are fans, and then there's you. You live it. You breathe it. You want to soak it all in. Most sports talk shows are fine, but you find yourself craving more. You need the Recruiting Hour with Mike Schaefer and Connor Happer. Each day, we break down what's happening on the recruiting trail and on campus, bringing you guests from all corners of the college football world. The Recruiting Hour with Mike Schaefer and Connor Happer. Weekdays at 2 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. 93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Mostly sunny, hot, and humid today. We will top out near 95. It will feel closer to 100. South winds at 15 to 20. We'll see a chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms tonight with a low of 74. Tomorrow, a high of 92 and a continued chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Whether you're looking for a honey, we can't shrink the kids family car loan or look at my wheels first car loan, talk to Liberty First Credit Union. No hidden charges or early prepayment penalties and rates as low as 1.98% APR. Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose. Talk to a lender who's here for people, not profits. People like you. Rates may vary depending on year and miles. Subject to credit approval. Not available for current LFCU loans. See Liberty First Credit Union for details.
Summertime is here and the temperature is rising. Beat the heat at the Pawnee Plunge Water Park in Columbus all summer long. Pawnee Plunge features a full day of fun for the whole family, including the Flow Ride, the only one in Nebraska, a large swimming pool, diving boards, a lazy river, climbing wall, and of course, massive water slides. It's a great place for parties or a great spot to lounge around all day long. Book your party by calling 402-562-4269. Come splash and play the Pawnee Plunge way. in Columbus from May 31st through August 8th.
One unforgettable event. One chance to get up close and personal with some of the greatest names in golf. One opportunity to create memories that will last a lifetime. Get your tickets now for the U.S. Senior Open, coming to Omaha July 5th through the 11th at the Omaha Country Club. If you're looking for family fun for all ages, this is one championship you don't want to miss. For tickets, visit ussenioropen.com.
Security First Bank. We're the bank, and we make your mortgage more manageable with flexible terms, trusted advice, and competitive rates. When you work with us, we'll know your name, but we'll also get to know your home dreams too. Security First Bank of Lincoln. Voted best small bank in Nebraska by Newsweek magazine. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. NMLS number 505011.
Listening to this Allstate commercial about savings might be the hardest thing about getting those savings. Save for simply becoming an Allstate customer. Save more for adding DriveWise. And save even more for driving safely. Visit Allstate.com or contact your local agent for a quote today. Allstate. Minimum effort, maximum reward.
Not available in every state. New customer savings based on early signing discount. DriveWise is an optional feature. Savings vary based on how you buy. Subject to terms and conditions. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Northbrook, Illinois.
You knew the risks when you decided to drive drunk. There could be a crash. People could get hurt or killed. But that didn't stop you, did it? You knew you could get arrested. You could incur huge legal expenses, and you could possibly even lose your job. You were well aware of the consequences of driving drunk. But one thing's for sure. You were wrong when you said it was no big deal. Drive sober or get pulled over. This message brought to you by NHTSA.
Tractor Supply Distribution Center in Waverly is now hiring for all shifts. They're a 24/7 facility and a clean environment to work in. There's potential to earn up to $25.25 per hour with opportunities for overtime. They also offer a retention bonus as new team members are eligible for a bonus as high as $1,000. Come be a part of the Tractor Supply team. Apply today at www.tractorsupply.jobs.
Grab yourself a hot dog, pour a glass of eggnog, and settle in. This is the Blog Jog on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It is Blog Jog time. Nick is here. Hi, Nick.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm just fine.
What are you laughing about?
Because Rico's going to stab me. That's what he says.
He's going to stab you?
Because I guess I'm pronouncing a name wrong.
What's the name?
Uwe Ungalele. Uwe Ungalele.
The Georgia quarterback?
No, he's the Clemson quarterback. Went to St. John Bosco.
Yeah,
DJ Uwe Ungalele. Lele.
Spell it phonetically, and then you can
let
pronounce
me hit it. Let me get to it. Hold on, let me get to the screen.
What's the meme that says, do what I asked, use your arm?
I'm trying to find it here.
Why is he in the news?
DJ Uwe Ungalele. Uwe Ungalele. Uwe Ungalele.
Just go.
Okay. Well, we were looking at a quarterback ranking list, and his name was on there, and I said it, and they did not let me live it down. Okay, I do want to get to this here. So Alabama offered a 14-year-old man, and I say man because he's 6'4", 340 pounds.
That's a big man. That's a big boy.
Okay,
big human.
Boy. Okay, human. Yes,
Big human.
I wouldn't want to square up with him.
Big human being.
I wouldn't want to feed him.
Yeah, I would say I don't know. Would you rather dress him or feed him?
It was tough enough in our family. I've told you the story. We would go through 2 gallons of milk by Wednesday. And so we'd have to drink the stupid carnation milk, the fake milk, the powdered milk.
The evil devil milk.
The devil milk.
Spawn.
I wouldn't want to feed kids like that.
Well, I mean, Joe Davis has 2 big boys. I mean, his 13-year-old is...
Their food bill must be tremendous.
Yeah, his I think Joe Davis's younger son. Like, so Hunter is 6'5" and a half, 315, 320, and JJ is 13 and 6'3", 240, something like that, 245.
Wasn't it DeMarcus Russell that ate himself out of the league.
No, he didn't study himself out of the league.
But he came into the league at 260, and I think by the time he left, he was 300 pounds.
People knew he was a big dude. He was always a big dude, but he was a big dude who didn't know his playbook.
He could throw it 100 yards.
No, nobody don't about your big arm if you don't know where to throw it. Win. Like he went through. He's the guy they tricked, where they gave him the tape every day, and said, "Hey, did you look at the tape? Did you look at you saw everything?" He goes, "Yeah, I got everything." And then they gave him another tape and said, "Did you look at the tape?" And he said, I got it. And then they waited until the end of the week and said, "You do realize there's nothing on the tape."
To me, the milk,
like you never like they gave him a tape every day and said, "Are you watching it again?" He lied to them, and then couldn't understand why he didn't understand the pass combinations, the pass scheme. No, he dumbed himself out of the league. He ate as a byproduct.
The only thing that Happer got out of the conversation is if you ran out of milk on Wednesday, what day did you go shopping? Usually on Sunday.
Saturday or Sunday. Saturday or Sunday.
Sunday.
Oh, my mother would never stop and step in the grocery store on Sunday. Saturday was
everything's picked over on Sunday.
Yeah, Saturday.
Well, we used to get our milk from originally the milkman.
Dad.
Remember when there was a milkman?
Dad.
But then,
do you know
then there was a store down the street like Goodrich. Remember they make malts, and we would get our milk there.
Yeah, you
like on
couldn't-
a Sunday.
Well, see, we're old enough to remember that you couldn't get everything in a store when we were kids. When I was a kid, you had to go to dairy delivered. You went to a produce shop. You went to a vegetable stand, fruit and vegetable stand.
Right.
You went to the butcher to get your
Right.
meat. That's
These
you
damn
couldn't stop.
kids don't get that.
They don't get it. They don't get it.
I mean, when did the milkman stop?
When your dad figured out he was.
I guess I set you up there.
Dad?
Sometime in late 80s, 90s.
That was always it. That was always it.
The milkman used to be a thing, kids.
Yeah.
That was an actual thing. What else you got?
What do you guys think about all these pitchers having to? I can't focus. I gotta stop. I'm just gonna turn this
They're
way.
trying to make you laugh.
What
and
do you
it's
guys
working.
think about these pitchers in the MLB getting checked?
It's weird. It's like
Sergio Romo pulling his pants down yesterday.
Scherzer did it first. Scherzer,
right.
They checked him 3 times in the first 4 innings.
Yep.
And he went out the first time. He kind of, begrudgingly accepted it that, okay, we're going to do this. The second time he was like, wait a minute, you just checked me. Like you literally just checked me. And then the third time they stopped the game. It was in mid-inning. Like he had just struck out a Philly, and then Joe Girardi sent the official out to check him. And at that point, Scherzer was like, okay, he just dropped his hat. He dropped his glove. He started to unbuckle his
He's like,
pants.
what else do you want from me?
He's like, well, listen, do that. I think we're at the Major League Baseball. One has to figure out what the protocol is. But 2, there's going to be a moment where the pitchers just walk over to the opposing team and get their glove and hat from them.
Yeah.
Like, that's going to be it. Like, it's
The
crazy.
umpires look like security guards at a prison. It looks very strange that you have to walk right over to the umpires before you leave the game.
Yeah, I mean,
Or
they were coming out to the mound and doing the investigation. One, there should be something, and then a limit to how you're going to do it. But it's going to kill rhythm. It's going to kill, like, a pitcher's rhythm is everything to him. So that's what Scherzer was upset about, was that I've warmed up, I've gotten loose, I have a groove, and then you're going to stop it and make me chill for another 90 seconds, which every pitcher hates. And it's just bad for baseball. It's just bad.
I don't like the look.
It's bad.
They need to fix it.
They got to fix it. Thanks.
Nick, we'll take your ideas in a 60. How would you fix it?
Oh,
okay. You got time. We'll do it later in the show.
Just let people.
We'll do it in the show.
Okay, sounds
Yeah.
good.
Thanks, Nick.
Which one of these should we give away? So
Well,
you've got
I just-
you've
I
got
don't
You
like
guys
the
are Jersey
Cardinals.
guys more than I am.
I don't like the Cardinals, so we'll go with the Bucks.
We've got a
I did
Bay
like
jersey to
I
give
did
away.
like the powder blue, the one that we gave away yesterday.
Oh.
That one was
well, it's the St. Louis Red.
go with the Bucks.
Go with the Bucks.
Go with
Okay.
the Bucks.
All
So
right.
Bucks trivia?
Bucks
Is that what we'll do?
Yeah, let's do Bucks trivia.
Some Bucks trivia. We've got a couple of Huskers on the team right now.
Yeah, we can get some Bucks trivia.
464-5685. You think you know your Tampa Bay football trivia? Call the Honda of Lincoln hotline. 3 for the win.
Yeah,
is on the way.
Follow DP and Stevens on Twitter at Derek Pearson, at 93.7 Tom Stevens. This is the DP and Stevens Show.
No doubt about it, a water softener saves you money. Don't have one? Call the plumbers at Bryant. Just one call and no arm-twisting contracts. For a free estimate, call 467-1111 or go to BryantLincoln.com.
Security First Bank. We're the bank, and we make your mortgage more manageable with flexible terms, trusted advice, and competitive rates. When you work with us, we'll know your name, but we'll also get to know your home dreams too. Security First Bank of Lincoln. Voted best small bank in Nebraska by Newsweek magazine. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. NMLS number 505011.
Early break with Sip and Jake.
Joined by Dominic Raiola. His son Dylan is a class of 2024 quarterback. Dylan was here Friday night for a Friday Night Lights camp.
It was very thought out how we planned our trip, and going there after we went to the Clemsons, the Alabamas, the Georgias, I'm glad that he felt that, because you forget how special that place is, and you forget how special that place can be with a little bit of winning.
Early break with Sip and Jake from 6 to 8 every weekday morning.
Tractor Supply Distribution Center in Waverly is now hiring for all shifts. They're a 24/7 facility and a clean environment to work in. There's potential to earn up to $25.25 per hour with opportunities for overtime. They also offer a retention bonus, as new team members are eligible for a bonus as high as $1,000. Come be a part of the Tractor Supply team. Apply today at www.tractorsupply.jobs.
Starting the right career is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. You want to enjoy your career, be challenged, have fun, earn a great weekly paycheck, and work for a great company. If you're looking for a career change or right out of high school, the John Henry's Plumbing Apprentice Program may be the perfect answer. You'll get paid while getting hands-on training. We focus on your skills while you engage in real-world learning. Why not join the John Henry's team today? Apply at jhlincoln.com. That's jhlincoln.com.
John Henry's Plumbing, heating and air.
Hey guys, it's Nick and Big Sky.
What's up?
Join us every Sunday morning from 9 to 10 a.m. for our new show, The Student Section,
where we will break down the biggest sports news of the week from a college student's perspective and bring on a local student athlete who's made our honor roll with exceptional performance in and out of the game.
The Student Section every Sunday morning from 9 to 10 a.m. right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and there has never been a better time to trade in your car, truck, or van, and Koppel wants to be the place to do it. We have sold and serviced vehicles here in Louisville for over 45 years, and to show our appreciation, Bob would like to invite you down to the dealership to get a multi-point inspection, oil change, alignment check, and Kelley Blue Book evaluation for your vehicle at no charge. Yes, you heard right, no charge. This is a limited time offer. Go online at koppelcars.com, schedule your visit. You must have an online appointment to qualify. Offer ends June 30th.
Allo provides so much more. Safer screen time, more of the channels you love, and real peace of mind. Take it from Richard in Lincoln, who gets more with Allo.
The internet is twice as fast as competitors, and the whole package is saving me $60 per month. As a retired veteran, this extra money is fantastic.
So switch to Allo today. Go to allofiber.com/providing more.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. 93.7 The Ticket sports news go now.
I'm Nick Sainert. Mississippi State scored 6 runs and hit 2 home runs in the 8th inning to take the lead against Virginia last night and eventually moved to 2-0 in the College World Series. Tonight, Stanford and Vanderbilt play in an elimination game at 6 p.m. In Major League Baseball, the Kansas City Royals came back to beat the Yankees 6-5 thanks to a 4-run 8th inning. Tyler Naquin hit a 3-run bomb in the 9th to give the Reds a 10-7 win over Minnesota, and Chicago topped Cleveland 7-1 as Kyle Hendricks notched his 10th win of the year. In the NBA playoffs, the Phoenix Suns topped the Clippers 105 104-103 last night without Chris Paul to go up 2-0 in the series. The final 90 seconds of the game took 33 real minutes to complete because of 5 replay reviews. Tonight, it's game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals as the Atlanta Hawks and the Milwaukee Bucks square off at 7:30 p.m. on TNT. For our latest sports news and updates, keep it tuned right here to 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is the DP and Steven Show, live from the Koppel Chevrolet GMC studios in the heart of Lincoln, America, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Derek Pearson.
Do you know who I am? I'm kind of a big deal.
Tom Stevens.
I've listened for 8 years.
You're listening to the DP and Steven Show, brought to you by Tracy's Collision Center.
Hour number 2, and I'll give you the choice. I'll give the listener the choice. I have a Brady Bucks jersey and a Molina Cardinals jersey. The Cardinals red. I'll hold it up on the stream so you can see it.
It's very pretty.
It's the Cardinals red. It's pretty nice. Nice.
It is very nice.
Nice. So you will have the opportunity to choose which. Nice. Yeah, well, Kelsey said from the text line, said, as a St. Louis Cardinals fan, that kid can F off. Yeah.
just going right for the jugular.
Yeah,
I like that.
Say how you feel. Say how you feel. But you'll have the opportunity to win that jersey. You can choose of the two which one you want to play for. How's that? Is that's pretty fair, right?
You could choose the Bucks or the Cardinals.
Yep, you can choose either or. It won't cost you a penny. It will simply cost you your pride. Because if you get it wrong, the walk of shame is pretty. Look, there are people who have disappeared.
People more likely in this neighborhood, in this state, to know Bucks trivia, knowing that there's a couple of high-profile Nebraska players on.
None of the Nebraska
Bucks
players will be in the trivia question.
No, but they might follow the team.
Yeah.
I've got a buddy that was a big Bucks fan growing up just because they were lovable losers. And
they were bad.
Right.
They were bad.
When I think they and Seattle were like the two new teams in the NFL in the 70s, and he was going to pick one or the other and become a lifelong fan, and he picked the Bucks.
Well, at least he's got they both have Super Bowl championships now. So
they have two. No, they have two.
Yeah, Seattle
the Bucks have two.
Yeah. Well, Seattle has one.
Seattle should have. I think Seattle has one. They should have more than one.
They should have two. Goof that up. But yeah, so you guys can step up.
If you think you know your
if
stuff.
If you think 464,
just be yella.
464-5685. Everybody who listens to the show knows more than we do. So this is the chance to show off.
Well, not more than you do, because you got the questions.
Step up.
464-5685.
Yeah, I get the Alex Trebek mode. Oh, you should know that.
That's right. I hated that smugness. I liked Alex. I miss Alex, but the smugness kind of bothered me a little bit.
It's like, oh, I'm sorry that you didn't know that.
That's right. I've got it right here on this card. You should have known the answer that I have on this card.
The correct answer. Where is Nick?
Nick is there. He was just he's out in the hallway doing his thing.
Man,
but we've got phone lines
ringing like a madman, and he's just out in the hallway.
And now he'll spend 5 minutes talking to
just getting a name. He's like, we don't know.
How you doing?
Yeah,
you doing?
Yeah, he'll figure it out. It's only lined up down the road. It's lined up down
All
the
right.
road.
Let's get to it.
That's Gene. Let's go to Gene.
Hi, Gene.
Hi.
Step right up. Win yourselves a jersey of choice. It'll be your selection. I'll ask the question. You give me 3 answers. If correct, you get to pick either jersey. Now, which jersey do you want to play for? The Molina or the Brady?
Did he leave us? Did Gene leave
Brady.
us? Okay.
Oh, he wants to play for the Brady. Okay.
He had to think about
He had to think about that. Okay. Well,
All
Brady as a passer for the Bucks. Career-wise, give me 3 of Tampa's top 4 all-time passing leaders. By yardage only, give me 3 of the 4, and the jersey is yours. Go. You have 10 seconds.
Tom Brady, Brad Johnson.
Two. It doesn't matter. Brad Johnson won a Super Bowl, though.
Yeah, but Tom Brady
hasn't been there
He
long.
just got there.
Was Brad
He just
Johnson
got there.
even there long
He
enough?
just got there. He just got there.
Was Johnson right?
I'm not going to give away the answer. Remember, to quote the late, great Roddy Piper,
That's right.
just when they think they know the answers, I change the questions. Let's go to Brent.
Hi, Brent.
Brent,
Hey, guys.
how are you, brother? Which jersey are you playing for?
I'm going to go with the Brady one.
You're going to go with the Brady. I'm going to ask you to name the 3 leading rushers in Tampa Bay for a career. The top 3 leading rushers. Go. One's old school. I'll help you.
Barber, maybe.
The very first 1,000-yard rusher they ever had.
I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember his name.
4, 3, 2.
Yeah, just
Let's go to Ryan. Ryan, step right up. Ryan, how are you?
Not too bad.
Which is the jersey of choice, sir?
We'll go for the Brady.
You go for the Brady.
Who's going for Tom Brady?
Yeah. The 3 leading rushers in Tampa history by yardage. Go.
Work done.
Work done.
Trying to think here. God.
3, 2, 1. DJ,
Work done's
up.
definitely right.
DJ is up. DJ, how are you, brother?
Pretty good. How are you,
Good,
gentlemen?
Good. What's the jersey of choice for you?
Brady.
I'm going to stay there. DJ, I want you to have the Brady. Just tell me
Warren.
who. Come on, give it to me. The 3 leading rushers.
It'd be Work done. It'd be James Wilder, and Ascot.
Say it again.
Work done.
James
Wilder, and Mike Ascot.
Allstott.
Allstott.
I don't care.
It's close enough.
We'll give it to you just for Googling. I appreciate the effort. I
wouldn't have said Allstott.
Yeah. So
just because I know he scored a lot of touchdowns, but they were mostly from the 2-yard line.
Wilder with 5,957. Allstott with 5,088. Work done with 4,986. I'll tell you this, just so folks will get some grasp on this, that Vinny Testaverde is the leading all-time passer,
right,
with 14,008 plus. Josh Freeman is number 2, and Trent Dilfer is the number 3. Doug Williams is 4. I'm feeling generous. We still have the Molina.
We do.
We have the Molina. I'll give you 30 seconds to step up. If you're feeling frisky, you're feeling good about yourself, and you have appreciation for the Cardinals Molina jersey, I will offer that. 464-5685. Call in. I have a question for you. I'll need 3 answers to any question I give. Step right up.
You know your Cardinals trivia.
I'm feeling generous. I'm feeling like Black Santa. Let me do this for you.
You look like Black Santa.
I do.
I'm not sure how Black Santa looks, but I think you look like it.
Hey, man, let's go with it. Mike joins us. Mike, how are you?
Not too bad. How are you guys today?
How you feel? Are you feeling? You feel ready? Are you game ready?
I'm ready to go golf. So I'm as ready as I'm ever going to be.
Nice. Mike, can you tell me, for the St. Louis Baseball Cardinals, the top 3 home run hitters? Go.
Well, got to do Stan Musial, Albert Pujols, and
Number 3's the tricky one. Number 3's the tricky one.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think. So I'm a huge Cubs fan. I hate the Cardinals. It's the only reason I know any of this, but
Go old school. 4.
if I had to guess, I'd guess Yadi Molina because he's been there forever. But that doesn't sound right. Oh,
You're hitting 667. That's pretty good in life. But in this game, you gotta hit 1,000. You gotta hit 1,000 in order to do this. Chris is up. Chris, how you doing, man?
What do you think, Chris?
How you feeling?
How you feeling?
Come on.
Oh, I'm good. I hate the Cardinals and I hate Yadi Molina.
You'll give the gift to someone else who loves it.
Give the gift to somebody else.
Exactly.
There you go.
All right, let's think about this now. This one's tough. This one's tough. You ready for this one? I feel guilty asking you this one, but I'm going to ask it. I'm going to ask you anyway. Give me 3 of the top 5 hitters by average in Cardinals history. 3 of 5. I'll give it to you.
By average?
By average.
Okay.
Go for it.
Let's go with Ozzie Smith. Oh, man. Albert Pujols.
Ozzie is not one of the top hitters. He's not.
Albert's got to be there, though.
Albert is number 7. Ooh. Albert is number 7.
All right.
Okay, you got. I'll give you 30 seconds to line this up.
Back.
30 seconds to figure out. And remember, I am a Roddy Piper fan, so the question probably will change. Google away, my minions. It's I'm consistent. I'm not easy. That's how this works.
That's I'm not a big Cardinals fan, but
we got somebody.
I think we got somebody.
We got somebody stepping up. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it. Oh, this one's a tough one. This one's tough. I thought this was going to be easy. This one's tough.
Are you going to go? Where are you going?
I'm going to go with pitching. Jamie joins us. Jamie, how are you?
Good.
I'm good. Cardinals, pitchers, winners. Give me 3 of the top 5 winners for pitchers for the St. Louis Cardinals.
3 of the top 5 pitchers.
Mm-hmm.
Got to go Bob Gibson.
Correct. That's 1. 9, 8,
Adam Wainwright.
7.
Jesse Haynes.
Yeah, Google fast enough. I'm going to give it to you, brother, because I'm feeling generous. Jamie was nice with the win. Gibson with 251, Haynes 210, Adam Wainwright 172. Bob Forsch was 4th.
Nice.
Bob Forsch. And you forget that Cy Young also pitched for the Cardinals.
He did.
Yeah.
I
So,
did. I forgot about that.
I would have thought John Tudor would have fallen into that thing, but okay. See, so we gave away some good stuff.
Yeah, that's really good stuff. Both those jerseys are beautiful.
We'll do something else tomorrow.
Nice. 3 for the win. Not easy today.
No,
it's not supposed to be easy.
Some days, you just gotta get it done.
Cardinals obviously have much more history than do Tampa Bay, or does Tampa Bay, but both were, I thought, difficult.
Yeah.
How much of Game 2 did you watch last night?
All of it. All of it.
You had several things of interest going because your Virginia Cavaliers were playing baseball in the College World Series.
Great debacle of a finish. You had a no-hitter through 7 1/3, and then collapsed with a 6-run 8th inning against Memphis.
You had a guy throwing a no-hitter.
He was throwing a no. He had only allowed 3 runners, 1 walk, 1 error.
Were you okay?
And then he walked somebody. To start the 8th, and I just went, oh, like I had that shiver.
Well, the 2-run bomb, I wasn't that alarmed when they gave up the 2-run homer. I thought they're still okay. They were expecting 5 innings from that dude who hadn't won a game all year, and then he throws a no-hitter. I thought you're still fine because you have a pretty good bullpen, right?
Yeah. Virginia has pitching.
Yeah.
But a collapse. And they went through 4 pitchers that inning. Couldn't get out of it. So I'm watching that. I'm watching UFC Tough, the Ultimate Fighter. That episode's live, so I want to see that live. Great, nice fight, great stories, and that one, a kid with like a brain tumor, who would, if he had been choked out at any point, he would have died in the ring, and he's back in the ring fighting.
Wow.
Yeah, as greater confirmation that these MMA fighters are a different species into themselves. Then I was watching Scherzer and the Nats against the Phillies. And that debacle that Scherzer was dealing.
Yeah.
Dealing. Like, Washington fans love watching Scherzer. Like, any day that Scherzer's pitching is Scherzer
Who
Day.
doesn't? Baseball
It's
fans
Scherzer
like watching
Day.
that dude.
It's Scherzer Day. I have a shirt. It says Scherzer Day.
Yeah.
Well, you know what today is? Scherzer Day.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a big deal because
Sure.
he's so unique. And with all of the sticky, additional things on the ball situation, people were watching to see how veterans who were hinted to use it and do that, how they would translate. And Scherzer walks out to the mound, and they test him in the first inning. They test him. So Scherzer, okay, all right.
Test him how?
So he has to take. He has to give them his hat and
Right.
his glove.
That's what they're doing with everybody.
Well, here's the thing: there should be some protocol to it. It can't just be.
Well, it's so new,
random, right? But again, there are people who paid a lot of money to figure out in advance what the
should they just have a guy just checking guys as they come out of the dugout? It doesn't feel like the umpires need to be involved in all of that. I mean,
well, no, they're the officials.
Yeah,
like they're the officials. You don't want somebody who has to deal with that.
So what's your problem with how they're doing it?
Okay, so my biggest issue was have some order to it. So let's say that if you're going to check the glove once a game or twice a game, okay, then it's any point, right? And you don't know how long a starting pitcher is going to last, so you need to get them in the first 5-6 innings just to be sure. Okay, fine, do that before the game. We check, just like bats are checked, right? If bats are checked to make sure that they're legit and they're legal. Everything, uniforms are checked. There are uniform officials. So if the uniform isn't worn to standard, there's a fine, and that person, knows what the deal is. But they stopped him at the end of the first inning, and then they stopped him again before the second inning. And then they stopped him mid-inning in the fourth inning because he had it going on.
Right.
I think he had 5 strikeouts at the time, and he had just struck out.
There should be a limit on the checks, maybe when they go in and when they come out.
A limit on the checks. Either before the inning but you could do it like if you see something, right? You see pine tar on the wrist, or you see something that's out of, again, that thing that we talk about as a coach. I'm looking for comfortable movement, right? A pitcher throwing 80 pitches, it's gonna look the same for those 80 pitches, especially if he's really good.
Right.
If anything that's uncomfortable is either a change in the pitch. So from fastball to breaking ball.
If they're seeing a pitch continually rise, maybe that's the reason they're coming out to the mound.
No, but you can get a pitch to rise without adding rosin to it. Like you can do other things to make it right.
Well, rosin's fine.
Well, the seam,
It's
but
the other
it's
stuff.
the seam. But to stop him after a strikeout in mid-inning without to say that, well, he's striking out my guy, so he's got to be cheating. No, and then again, a pitcher is very specific. The warm-up is a big deal. The routine is a big deal. You stopped him in mid-routine to check him. Now he gets cold again.
Yeah.
Like that's just think of how upset pitchers get when you step out too long.
You're the one that wanted this officiated at a higher level. You wanted the cheating stopped.
Yeah,
I mean, you said that.
But Tom, here's the thing. Me as a coach, one, it's my job to make sure that my players aren't cheating.
But you might be on board with it.
It's my job. No, again, then I shouldn't have the job, but that's a whole nother discussion.
But yeah,
that's a whole nother discussion. If a player is using substances that he shouldn't, the manager should be, again, because before the game.
By the way, they didn't find anything on Scherzer.
No, they never did. When you go to home plate before the game, you go over the ground rules, and then the officials will tell you, okay, this is what we're looking for. These are things of importance for us. All right, is there anything? And they'll ask, Coach, have you checked your players' equipment?
Mm-hmm.
Have you checked your players? And you've checked, like, they can't. You got to make sure they don't have like certain jewelry you can't wear, certain colors you can't wear. Right, you can't have a white wristband on your pitching hand. Like, there's all sorts of things that you can. So they'll ask those things before the game.
Yeah.
And then when the game is being played, if Max is out there doing something that's uniquely different to Max, every official's seen Max throw 100 times. You've seen it. You know it. Like, wait a minute. Is he not doing anything different?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Set a maximum number of attempts per pitcher. Right? Per pitcher. Let's just do that. Because you could have 3 or 4 pitchers in a game, and you should have the ability for somebody coming in the bullpen to check him. Okay, that's fine. But then it's be accountable. Davey Martinez would have been accountable. You stopped a pitcher. Do not stop a pitcher. That's why if a player gets hit or if a player gets injured, the catcher and the pitcher sit and play catch just to keep him loose.
Well,
just to keep him warm.
They're checking catchers as well, right? They're checking catchers.
You better.
But what's to stop you?
Can't trust a catcher.
You can't trust it. Well, what's to stop you? You throw it over first base just to keep a runner close. What first baseman could be carrying that stuff?
They replace those balls anyway. The moment a ball is hit, it's taken out. If it hits the ground, it's taken out of play.
Yeah.
Like, people miss it because they don't show it on TV all the time. If a pitcher throws a breaking ball in the dirt, you'll see the catcher just hand it to the umpire.
Mm-hmm.
Look, that's scuffed. If I give it back to him, he's going to do something special with it. Right? So for every batter in the game, they've got baseballs. He's literally got a pocket full.
This off the text line, they use about 100 balls a game. Why not check the balls after each half inning?
You check them after each batter. You check them even in between at bats. You check the ball for scuffing, for anything else. You rarely see a pitcher throw a first pitch to a batter where the ball hasn't been changed. Because foul ball, like a ball that's hit foul or whatever, it's thrown back in. The pitcher's not going to get to use that to throw it.
Yep.
He's got to give that thing up. Look, we'll ask Nick to come up with, Commissioner Nick will come up with the right way to officiate this.
Well, he's a catcher. He's got some baseball.
Well, he knows
experience.
all the dirty tricks they use. He knows.
So you want to save Tom's 10 for the next hour? We could do that.
Yeah, we can do it here. Remember, we got Harvell at 1. We can have Nick at 1:30. So we can do Tom's 10 next.
The 10 today is my favorite Royals of all time. The Royals won last night. They beat the Yankees, beat Rico's Yankees. And I did notice a lot of pitchers being checked last night. It's getting a little ridiculous.
Drop your pants.
It feels like, well, some of them are dropping their pants. It's almost come to that.
You want to check me? Come on.
Oh, there we go.
Give me these hands.
Just make them all wear shorts or Speedos or something. Wear a Speedo onto the mound. But the Tom's 10 today is my favorite Royals. We'll do that next.
More of the DP and Steven Show is coming your way on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Early break with Sip and Jake.
Joined by Dominic Raiola. His son Dylan is a class of 2024 quarterback. Dylan was here Friday night for a Friday Night Lights camp.
It was very thought out how we planned our trip, and going there after we went to the Clemsons, the Alabamas, the Georgias, I'm glad that he felt that, because you forget how special that place is, and you forget how special that place can be with a little bit of winning.
Early break with Sip and Jake from 6 to 8 every weekday morning. 93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by Security First Bank. A relationship you can count on.
Mostly sunny, hot, and humid today. We will top out near 95. It will feel closer to 100. South winds at 15 to 20. We'll see a chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms tonight with a low of 74. Tomorrow, a high of 92 and a continued chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
At Gaina Trucking, you can make a better income, a better career, and a better life. Gaina Trucking and Excavating is now hiring Class A and B CDL drivers. Careers include amazing benefits with a 401k, healthcare, paid vacations, annual raises, and so much more. 40-hour work weeks guaranteed year-round. To be a part of this amazing career opportunity, apply online at GainaTrucking.com. Don't miss our team culture, benefits, and a career that will give you a better life. Be better at Gaina Trucking and Excavating.
Hey, it's Aber. Join me and Robbie this Friday at Rubidoo for their grand opening. It's Lincoln's ultimate barbecue store, and they're giving away $1,500 in prize money. And there's live music right after the show. That's this Friday at Rubidoo at 455 West South Street.
Get in, get out, and get your hands on a great career. Did you know Southeast Community College offers short-term training in almost 20 programs of study? That means you can get your certificate at SCC and get right to work without spending years in school. You can train at one of our 3 campus locations in Beatrice, Lincoln, or Milford, or our 6 learning centers across Southeast Nebraska. If you want to find your next step, visit southeast.edu/academics. SCC, your path to possible.
Starting the right career is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. You want to enjoy your career, be challenged, have fun, earn a great weekly paycheck, and work for a great company. If you're looking for a career change or right out of high school, the John Henry's Plumbing Apprentice Program may be the perfect answer. You'll get paid while getting hands-on training. We focus on your skills while you engage in real-world learning. Why not join the John Henry's team today? Apply at jhlincoln.com. That's jhlincoln.com.
John Henry's Plumbing, heating and air.
Hey guys, it's Nick and Big Sky.
What's up?
Join us every Sunday morning from 9 to 10 a.m. for our new show, The Student Section,
where we will break down the biggest sports news of the week from a college student's perspective and bring on a local student athlete who's made our honor roll with exceptional performance in and out of the game.
The Student Section, every Sunday morning from 9 to 10 a.m. right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
One unforgettable event. One chance to get up close and personal with some of the greatest names in golf. One opportunity to create memories that will last a lifetime. Get your tickets now for the U.S. Senior Open, coming to Omaha July 5th through the 11th at the Omaha Country Club. If you're looking for family fun for all ages, this is one championship you don't want to miss. For tickets, visit ussenioropen.com.
Back to the DP and Stevens Show, brought to you by Tracy's Collision Center on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Pinewood Bowl tonight.
Never seen Chicago before?
Yes.
I've seen him a few times.
Long, fun show.
Did you see him with Peter Cetera?
Yes.
That would be the best time to see him, right?
Yes. I think they have 4 original members still in the band.
Yeah.
3 or 4.
I remember seeing them one time with the Beach Boys. They opened for the Beach Boys, and there was this huge storm that came in. It was at Eagle Raceway, and the storm starts, and Peter Cetera is on stage saying, "We're not leaving. We love you." And it's like, good night. They were off stage within, I don't know, 10 minutes.
Never mind.
That it became a mud pit, and nobody could get out of Eagle Raceway. I mean, so they just left their car there, and you saw people with pickups being able to leave, and they were giving lifts to people back to town. But that's the last. I think that's the last time I saw Chicago.
Spectacular.
But I envy you. I'm not going tonight. So
this was Becky's choice. She was like, "Let's go. Let's do some stuff." We have our we have our 10th anniversary coming up.
You and Becky, because we do as a station.
Oh,
as well.
I thought you meant the station.
No,
I thought, wow.
Oh, 10 years. So
we could celebrate both at the same time.
We're 2
and 1.
We're going to World Series. We're going to World Series. We'll probably go up and see Virginia play sometime this weekend if they're still around. We're plotting. We're going to go to a UFC card in Vegas.
Nice.
Just hang out with the fighters. We're going to do that.
We'll have fun in Chicago tonight.
Yeah, we shall.
Hopefully, I think we're going to have good weather for it.
And we got the Elton John tickets. Elton John, March 27th, PVA.
His 27th good, and he's done the farewell tour like 17 times, but he's coming back again.
Take my money.
Are you going to Little Baby?
No.
Tom?
No, I'm
Little Baby.
Little Baby. And I've seen Big Baby, never seen Little Baby.
Little Baby.
Little Baby, Da Baby. You know, there's like
Do a Lipa with the baby.
Yeah.
Baby.
No, I am not. I'm not.
Are
that
you
dude.
going to Little Baby?
I'm not. If it was Da Baby, I would.
That's right. The other baby. I like
the
a lot
other
better.
one.
He's the. I guess I was reading the article. He's the new up and coming guy.
A much better catalog.
Little Baby.
Do you have Little Baby in your collection, DP? Is that something?
No.
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 Okay.
I have him on vinyl.
No.
That's right.
Cassette 8-track.
Yeah. Of
No,
course.
no, I do not. I had Elton John. I had Chicago on 8-track. I had Chicago on 8-track.
Would it be fair to say that I somewhat redeemed myself this morning knowing Chicago? After
You have to give
fiasco.
the full disclosure because Tom mentioned it to you.
And you said no.
You asked if the Cubs.
So-
you asked if the Cubs were coming to town.
That's right. Because- what? The Cubs are coming?
Yeah, it's like
No. Okay.
Pull some
we're
Chicago
gonna-
clips.
Yeah, we're gonna have some Chicago hits on there. I'm like, oh, like the Cubs? And he's like, no. The singer or the band.
The band. I think when they started, they were called the Chicago Transit Authority.
Yes, the Chicago Transit Authority. That's-
But then once you were playing the tunes, I knew it.
yeah. So there's
I
redemption.
partially redeemed myself.
Partially, yes.
So we've made you the commissioner of Major
you.
League Baseball. How would you handle some of this stuff? Obviously, the sticky stuff has been a thing, and now they're checking not only pitchers but catchers, mostly pitchers, as they come off the mound. How would you solve that problem?
I want to preface this with I hope we don't get to a point, and I feel like we're on a track there where after every single, if there's a dominant pitching performance, we don't automatically resort to the, oh, he must have been cheating.
Yeah, he's dealing.
Why not?
Check him.
We did it for steroids,
Because
and we're usually right.
we are usually right, but there are also instances that we're probably wrong.
The Ken Griffey Jr. question comes to mind. Okay, everybody else around him cheated. Did Griffey? Certain pitchers, certain members of said organization that just got fined in trouble for cheating. The Astros.
Yeah.
Don't know. Curter, did Griffey use roids? Yeah, see, everybody else from that era used steroids. Ken Griffey Jr. did not.
Well, we know that just by the way he looked. He didn't look like a guy that was cheating.
Really?
No, he didn't to me.
If you compare
like
rookie Griffey to
but
50 home run Griffey,
it's different from Bonds. Bonds, you could tell something's going on. McGuire, you could tell something's going on. I thought Sosa as well. You could just their body type.
Biggio, Bagwell.
I never thought Griffey was cheating.
Okay,
I never did. You thought he
I
was
know.
cheating?
But it's to Nick's point that we will, because of the era, we will question anybody that played in that era. Cal Ripken Jr. is the only guy that I can speak clearly that he didn't use steroids. Other than that, I'm wide open on everybody.
Right.
Yeah, and earlier this year when John Means from the Orioles had his no-hitter, frankly, I had never heard of John Means before that night. And then there were videos that surfaced of people that were at the games, and you can see him wiping the inside of his glove before he catches the ball back from the catcher and stuff like that. Yes, it happens. I understand it happens. There's probably no way to stop it, in my opinion.
It's your job, but it's the
I
umpire's
understand it's your
job.
job. I understand it's your job, but I would almost rather them say, and do this for, you can do this for hitters as well. Say, hey, listen, we're going to do something that you can use. We're going to have this one thing, or even two, give them an option. You have two things you can use as a pitcher that is regulated by the MLB.
Nails and tar.
I'm not saying that would solve all the problems, but that's the only way.
Spit.
Yeah.
Bengay, Crisco.
So I don't know. Like I know Glasnow uses the sunscreen and rosin method and stuff, and he felt like that was enough. And then when he stopped, that's why he got injured. Whatever.
Wow.
I just feel like I don't see a way that they're going to actually be able to regulate it without slowing the game down dramatically.
And it feels like they
Even though it is their job.
They change the ball or they start regulating because batting averages are down.
Well, they lowered the mound, for goodness sake.
Yeah.
They always change stuff. They're always changing the inside of the baseball, how the baseball's made. They're always, and it's good to be able to adapt.
And they changed the technology on bats has changed. It changes
Yes.
from month to month. Like bats have changed from the old wooden oak tree days to what they're using
And
now.
Why is that? Because it doesn't happen in any other sport where you change the basketball's the same basketball.
Tennis shoes change.
Yeah.
Tennis shoes change. The gear you play in change. Football. All the technology has
the football itself hasn't changed. Well,
it has.
It has from the 50s, but it doesn't change from year to year like
but the
baseball
helmets
does.
change. The pads change.
Yeah. Well, to make it safer. Not
to make
guys
it
can
lighter.
throw it-
No, to make it lighter. To make it absolutely. Look, shoulder pads. Shoulder pads were heavy as heck, and now you can put them on and not even know you're putting them on.
Yeah.
So technology affects all of everything that we're doing in sports. Baseball specific. If you're going to change the corking on the baseball, it's because you know that one, players are getting stronger. They figured out how to beat the system, and two, the bats are definitely getting lighter and more condensed at the same time. Like I can swing a 28-ounce bat that's 34 inches long, and that's not fair to a pitcher. There's not
Well, and they'll also make bats what they call hybrid style, and now in high school they're doing it at a high school level even, and where they're making them with a maple outer shell, but then inside is bamboo, and so the inside is extremely flexible, and they're just the hybrid wood bats that you can get for $80, and kids love them because they're super light, but they don't break, and they have good results if you have a somewhat of a quality swing.
This point made on the text line: how can you tell Major League Baseball players they cannot wear sunscreen any longer? I mean, if you rub your face and
it's having that on. It's having it on your wrist, or like
having a dab.
Like having a thing and going to it after every pitch or something. Like
you could just put it on your face after every inning and rub your face.
No, but if you're going to your face, Tom, it's not a natural movement. That's what I'm saying. There's comfortable movement. There's a thing that if I watch Nick swing a bat 60 times, I know what Nick is doing if he goes and changes his swing. That's, as a coach, I'll be able to tell you know what, you're dropping your elbow here. Watch your elbow, drive your elbow through. So I can tell him that. As a pitcher, Nick's job is to tell the pitcher, listen, you are not in your comfortable movement. And if he sees something, hey, your release is too high. Hey, your front knee drive is wrong. Nick's job is to go, oh, I see something. You're out of your comfortable movement, and he can fix it. All of this is what's in play.
Yeah. Off the text line, bats are insane these days. I have a friend who's in the major leagues. He's a pitcher, but he grabbed a bat from different teammates over the years and brought them back home. And I swing them. It's dramatically different than it used to be.
It really is. It's just, I wish I played with today's technology. Like in any sport, like I played in canvas high top Converse shoes with no sole whatsoever, no cushion, no bounce, no air.
Right.
I would love to play basketball. You bounce just from wearing the shoes.
Yeah.
I wore the same shoulder pads as my 300-pound lineman.
And that's where it seems like MLB, they want to take the lazy route and not do their job. And so I feel like the best way that they can still play into that characteristic of them not trying to do their job would just be, hey, Wilson, make something that works for everybody that we can regulate. You can sponsor it. You make money. Pitchers can use it. Hitters, you can use whatever they want to regulate for that. And just understand that baseball.
Well, you can't create a monopoly for equipment. That's problematic. They try.
Yeah.
You got to think back to Adirondack and Louisville Slugger for baseball.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden there's some producers down south who said, hey, we can do this lighter, stronger, cheaper.
Yeah.
And so you have to allow that. especially with player deals. Your players know what they want to swing with.
Well, and geez, even Spider Tack. When I was watching Sunday Night Baseball, the Spider Tack that the big thing is this year or whatever. It's $19 on Amazon.
Yeah.
$19.
Well, but the guy who was the equipment manager the guy who created the mixture, I mean, he has science behind it.
Yeah,
like he's done. Like they were paying a whole lot more for it from him than they were from everybody else.
Baseball has so much more technology. The only sport I can compare it to is maybe golf, where the ball has continually changed and it goes farther.
And the clubs
go. I mean,
grips have
dramatically
changed,
farther.
length has changed.
But a basketball is a basketball. To a certain degree.
The grip on the basketball. Look, that's a big deal for shooters. That is a huge deal for shooters.
A Baden ball feels very much differently than a
It
Spalding.
doesn't feel like they tweak the basketball like they tweak the baseball.
Oh, no, they tweak it every single year.
We don't have a conversation about it.
Well, we don't have a conversation about it, but it happens. It happens. Steph Curry,
everybody's using the same. I mean, some guys aren't using. Are they using rosin before they shoot?
You're going to use Spalding. You're going to use Wilson. You're going to use Adidas.
But you're all using the same. I just don't feel like that's ever a conversation in the NBA.
Go shoot 3 different basketballs for the course of a year and tell me about it. That it is a difference. It's the different. You know the difference. If somebody put a different golf ball down in front of you, you know it.
Oh, I definitely. For example, in golf ball, I use a low spin ball because it goes farther.
So you imagine Steph Curry not knowing the spin rate on his shots. Like, no, it matters. The touch matters. The density matters.
And I read this article yesterday that said that the guys are complaining that the balls are just too slippery when brand new. I get that.
That's why
go rub them in the dirt.
That's why they rub them down.
You have a plethora of dirt.
No. But you have to use Major League approved mud.
Is that not what's around the stadiums?
In every stadium, there's a bucket of baseball mud that officials use to rub up baseballs for the first several innings. Then they will go to either the bat boy or the equipment manager and say, "Listen, can you rub up an additional 130 of these?" But the first set that goes out to each pitcher, as a matter of fact, they rub it up and give the starting pitcher one to work for in the bullpen, so he gets a feel for that ball.
And let's not be naive. The starting pitcher gets to choose which one he works with as well.
Well, the whole thing is you just throw it in dirt.
Yes.
Take the first one, throw it in the dirt, they get your new ball.
Yeah.
Fascinating conversation.
Yeah.
It's Wingman time. Curter is going to be here. It's What's the Hook Wednesday.
Is he singing? Do you think he's singing?
He has a kazoo. He could
sing.
sing. He has many options. He could sing. He has a kazoo. You could bring
I'm
Rico in as a
I'm going to
sidekick.
get him a drum track machine just so he can play with it.
We need a keyboard.
Yeah, like the one
or
that has
accordion.
No, that would be too much. The accordion would be
I
too
would.
much.
I would like the accordion.
Bagpipe, maybe.
Well, he
That'd
used
be
to play an
high-pitched on the
instrument
microphone.
The Curter on the bagpipes.
Who
knows?
And a kilt.
And a kilt.
If he wears the kilt, it's game on.
We'll see what he does.
We'll
We
go
never know
pro
what he's
that,
gonna
man.
do.
You kidding me?
It's What's the Hook Wednesday with Curter next.
You're listening to the DP and Stevens Show on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Starting the right career is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. You want to enjoy your career, be challenged, have fun, earn a great weekly paycheck, and work for a great company. If you're looking for a career change or right out of high school, the John Henry's Plumbing Apprentice Program may be the perfect answer. You'll get paid while getting hands-on training. We focus on your skills while you engage in real-world learning. Why not join the John Henry's team today? Apply at jhlincoln.com. That's jhlincoln.com.
John Henry's Plumbing, heating it in.
Hi, Charlie Stone here for Honda of Lincoln, and before I bring out Andy Goodyear, I want to share this with you. I'm sure you've heard most auto dealers are very low or have no new cars to sell. For those of you who really want or need a new or pre-owned vehicle right now, Honda of Lincoln has more than 900 new Hondas in stock or on the way, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Plus, you can still get financing from 0% APR or special factory lease rates. Andy, how did you get so many cars?
There are 3 primary reasons. 1, we are the oldest and largest volume Honda dealer in Nebraska. 2, we are a 15-time Honda President's Award winning dealer and the only Nebraska dealer to receive it in 2020. And 3, our customer satisfaction index with Honda is very high. When you combine all three, Honda helps us have the cars and trucks on our lot.
Thanks, Andy. Come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Mike Shaver here. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaving changed my life the past few years with their 10-week challenge, and now you can get your life and fitness back on track too. Build muscle, burn fat, and lose weight with the 10-week challenge with orientation on July 10th and the workouts starting July 12th. Their teamwork, accountability, and results keep you going 45 minutes at a time. And if you can't make it to the gym, they have an at-home video component now. Sign up today for the Farrell's 10-week challenge and mention the ticket for a 50% discount at fxblincoln.com.
Get in, get out, and get your hands on a great career. Did you know Southeast Community College offers short-term training in almost 20 programs of study? That means you can get your certificate at SCC and get right to work without spending years in school. You can train at one of our 3 campus locations in Beatrice, Lincoln, or Milford, or our 6 learning centers across Southeast Nebraska. If you want to find your next step, visit southeast.edu/academics. SCC, your path to possible.
Hey, sports fans, Rico here with HIS Auto Care 70th and Van Dorn. Carfax recently awarded us as a top-rated auto service center for 2020, and Lincoln Choice Awards voted us as the 2021 top independent auto repair center. Call us at 402-488-8934 for superior service bumper to bumper. Mention this ad and get 7% off. Doesn't get any better than that. Rico for his Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
The dangers of secondhand smoke are well known. But what about secondhand aerosol, which is created when using e-cigarettes? Science already shows a secondhand aerosol can contain nicotine, heavy metals, and cancer-causing agents. Eliminating exposure to secondhand aerosol is an important step to keeping everyone safe. Breathe easier knowing the facts.
For help quitting, call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Did you know Myers Cork and Bottle offers complete beverage catering and bartending services for everything from tailgates to weddings? Learn more at myerswine.com or by calling the shop at 476-1518. And don't miss Thirsty Thursday with Kevin Meyer, Thursdays at 4:30 on The Drive.
This is Wingman.
Son, your ego is writing checks your body can't cash. I don't like you because you're dangerous. That's right. You can be my wingman anytime.
Brought to you by Buffalo Wings and Rings on 93.7 The Ticket.
464-5685. Call right now on the Honda of Lincoln hotline for your chance to win $15 to Buffalo Wings and Rings. Thank you. Blah, 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 blah. So you can get chickens, of course.
Oh, yes.
Yardbird.
All right, it's Wednesday, so it's What's the Hook Wednesday.
Yep.
What do you got?
Well, I have a kazoo.
Nice.
The kazoo is back. So, little different today.
Okay.
Call in 402-464-5685. The name of the song and the artist will do you no good.
Okay.
Will do you no good. I'm going to play a little ditty on the kazoo.
You did this during Theme Song Friday, and nobody got it until we played the actual song.
Well, just wait. I'm gonna play a little ditty, and then after that, you're gonna tell me the exact words that follow it.
Okay.
All right.
It should be recognizable. And once again, the name of the song and the artist will do you no good here.
All right. Here we go. Go. That's it.
Yep.
That's female?
Yes.
Do you know
Country?
it, DP?
Yes.
Simple words.
Yep. 3 words. One of them is a contraction.
You got the song from that?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
She's hot.
She's hot.
She's hot.
She's smoking?
Definitely.
She's hot.
From the country genre.
Mhm.
Yes. We have stumped Tom.
Canadian.
Oh, yeah. Okay, now I know.
But do you know the words that follow?
Yeah.
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 I think I do.
Okay.
I think I do.
I've helped enough. I removed myself, Tom. You are now the wingman.
Yeah.
I've done
All right.
enough. I've done more than my share.
Well, I think that they know it now. I'm guessing
They
that-
might know the name of the song, but do they know the words that follow?
Chris, do you know that song?
Nope, that's not. That's
I
not,
know, but first of all, just first things
Okay,
first.
okay.
Do you know that song?
I think it's that Shania Twain song, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Man, I feel like a woman.
Yes.
Is that what it is?
Yes. But what are the words that come after? Ba, ba, da, 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 da.
And you got to smile when you say it.
I just said it. Isn't it, man? I feel like a woman.
That was so no. I mean, I guess it does happen that way later on in the song.
But the next three.
I'm
words.
talking about the very beginning of the song. Ba, ba, da, 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 da. What happens after that?
I don't know. You can keep on singing it. It's not going to help me. I just thought that was it. That was it.
Yeah, Chris. I mean, you got the song, but you don't have
Right on.
you don't have what we're looking for. I'm sorry. I'm going to be a stickler today.
Well, that'll help the next person.
Yeah, it should. It should. So
It
now
sounds like Chris just wanted to help the next person.
Chris, I'm sorry.
Team
But I'm-
player. He's a team player.
So now you know. Now you know. You know what the song is.
It didn't sound like Chris was triggered.
Man, I Feel Like a Woman, Shania Twain. And while I think that does happen at some point in the song, I'm talking about the very beginning.
And she's very cheeky.
The first thing, Tom, you have the clip. Don't play it yet
No,
because
I'm
I'll
not
give
going
it
to
away.
play. First, I'm going to hear from Jordan. Hi, Jordan. Hello.
Hey, Jordan.
Jordan.
Hello. Hey.
Jordan, what is it?
Is it Let's Go Girls?
That is correct. Well done, Jordan. Let's go, girls.
Now can I play it?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's go, girls.
See?
See, and you had me at the kazoo. You had me at the kazoo.
I'm going out tonight. I'm feeling alright. Gonna let it all hang out. Wanna make some noise. Really raise my voice.
It's gonna get taken down on YouTube for copyright.
It'll come back later on. You use more than your allowed time.
Yeah, they blank it out. It's fine.
She made country way more poppy than it ever was before.
They blamed her. Blame Canada. They were singing the South Park song.
Blame Canada.
Well, it was her husband that made her sell out, Mutt Lange, who did a lot
Best
of rock
thing
and roll.
about a being a woman.
It's the prerogative to have a little fun. Oh, totally crazy.
If you have been to a karaoke bar, you've heard this.
Sadly, you've heard it.
Yeah.
You might be a redneck. Is that
Yeah, right. Might be a redneck.
And then they always try to get cute.
Oh yeah,
at the hook and mess it up.
Yeah,
it's like no.
Well, they bring it's a pack of 8 girls
on a
and they're like,
on a
let's go
bachelorette
yeah,
party.
right.
Yeah,
and it's just a problem.
Yeah.
And country bare midriff became a big thing at that point.
Thank you.
I have heard of karaoke DJs who have actually banned this song.
Yeah, this falls in line. Tom, that's tomorrow's list.
Heidi
knew banned right away, karaoke songs.
Banned karaoke.
Oh, that's
songs.
good. That's a good list.
Tomorrow's 10 is banned,
Top 10
songs that you never want heard in karaoke.
Yeah,
again.
banned karaoke songs.
I know number one right now.
Oh, what is it?
It's Sweet Caroline.
Oh yes, my guy, great.
That is banned.
Yes.
You can't do it.
Cancel Sweet Caroline. I agree.
That is tomorrow's 10.
I love Neil Diamond, but we hate Sweet
No,
Caroline.
because it's way overdone.
Yes.
Oh, there's so many
There you go.
bad karaoke songs. There's so
I have long hated that song, and every time I hear it at a place, I will relentlessly boo who's ever singing it. Next week, I will be at Fenway Park for the first time, and they'll be doing Sweet Caroline.
And you will protest.
What will I do?
You will protest.
Am I willing to get beat up? I don't know.
You're just going to stand there and boo?
I may.
I'll
be wearing a Royals jersey. They're playing the Royals. I'll be wearing a Royals jersey, and I'll be booing Sweet Caroline. People are
Right.
going to hate me.
If
but
it's Neil
it'll
Diamond,
happen.
I'll listen every time.
Yeah, I like Neil Diamond.
Friends in low places.
Ooh,
That's up there.
that's a good one too.
That's up there.
Yeah. That's guilty as charged. Guilty as charged.
We'll
Good
listen.
list. Good list. Good idea.
We'll listen to your show on the way home.
Sounds
like we
good.
usually do,
I would
'cause
encourage that.
It does sound good. That's why we listen to it. Lance Harvell, speaking of sounding good, we'll talk to Nebraska's assistant baseball coach coming up next.
Follow DP and Stevens on Twitter at Derek Pearson, at 93.7 Tom Stevens. This is the DP and Stevens Show.
The dangers of secondhand smoke are well known. But what about secondhand aerosol, which is created when using e-cigarettes? Science already shows a secondhand aerosol can contain nicotine, heavy metals, and cancer-causing agents. Eliminating exposure to secondhand aerosol is an important step to keeping everyone safe. Breathe easier knowing the facts.
For help quitting, call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Take a look at your backyard. Does it feel like something is missing? You're right. Now is the perfect time to get an above-ground swimming pool from Bonsall Pool and Spa. Above-ground pools require less space than in-ground pools, are temporary structures if you ever choose to move, and are low maintenance. Plus, you'll never have to worry about the kids getting bored in the summertime anymore. Visit BonsallPool.com to schedule a pool service or visit them at 33rd and Highway 2. Bonsall Pool and Spa.
If you're feeling past your prime with low libido, fatigue, or weight gain, you might be experiencing low T. At Vitalize Health, they can help treat low T and get you back on track. Rami and Jackie have focused their careers on whole body wellness and can help with everything from testosterone replacement to Botox to help the outside match the inside and regain your youthful appearance. Vitalize Health does accept insurance. Call them today at 402-413-0717 or go online to vitalizehealthne.com.
Hi, Charlie Stone here for Honda of Lincoln, and before I bring out Andy Goodyear, I want to share this with you. I'm sure you've heard most auto dealers are very low or have no new cars to sell. For those of you who really want or need a new or pre-owned vehicle right now, Honda of Lincoln has more than 900 new Hondas in stock or on the way, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Plus, you can still get financing from 0% APR or special factory lease rates. Andy, how did you get so many cars?
There are three primary reasons. One, we are the oldest and largest volume Honda dealer in Nebraska. Two, we are a 15-time Honda President's Award winning dealer and the only Nebraska dealer to receive it in 2020. And three, our customer satisfaction index with Honda is very high. When you combine all three, Honda helps us have the cars and trucks on our lot.
Thanks, Andy. Come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Mostly sunny, hot, and humid today. We will top out near 95. It will feel closer to 100. South winds at 15 to 20. We'll see a chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms tonight with a low of 74. Tomorrow, a high of 92 and a continued chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hey, it's Aber. Join me and Robbie this Friday at Rubidoo for their grand opening. It's Lincoln's ultimate barbecue store, and they're giving away $1,500 in prize money. And there's live music right after the show. That's this Friday at Rubidoo at 455 West South Street.
Mike Shaver here. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaving changed my life the past few years with their 10-week challenge, and now you can get your life and fitness back on track too. Build muscle, burn fat, and lose weight with the 10-week challenge with orientation on July 10th and the workout starting July 12th. Their teamwork, accountability, and results keep you going 45 minutes at a time. And if you can't make it to the gym, they have an at-home video component now. Sign up today for the Farrell's 10-week challenge and mention The Ticket for a 50% discount at fxblincoln.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth. 93.7 The Ticket. 93.7 The Ticket. Sports news go now.
I'm Nick Sainert. Mississippi State scored 6 runs and hit 2 home runs in the 8th inning to take the lead against Virginia last night and eventually moved to 2-0 in the College World Series. Tonight, Stanford and Vanderbilt play in an elimination game at 6 p.m. In Major League Baseball, the Kansas City Royals came back to beat the Yankees 6-5 thanks to a 4-run 8th inning. Tyler Naquin hit a 3-run bomb in the 9th to give the Reds a 10-7 win over Minnesota, and Chicago topped Cleveland 7-1 as Kyle Hendricks notched his 10th win of the year. In the NBA playoffs, the Phoenix Suns topped the Clippers 104-103 last night without Chris Paul to go up 2-0 in the series. The final 90 seconds of the game took 33 real minutes to complete because of 5 replay reviews. Tonight, it's Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals as the Atlanta Hawks and the Milwaukee Bucks square off at 7:30 p.m. on TNT. For our latest sports news and updates, keep it tuned right here. It's 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is the DP and Stevens Show. Live from the Koppel Chevrolet GMC studios in the heart of Lincoln, America. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Derek Pearson.
Do you know who I am? I'm kind of a big deal.
Tom Stevens.
I'm less big.
You're listening to the DP and Stevens Show, brought to you by Tracy's Collision Center.
Let's go.
Don't care. We're going to play baseball. That's it.
2-2 to Hallmark. Swings and hits one in the air. Deep left center field. Going back is Christian Franklin. And this one off the batter's eye and gone for a home run. Great stop at second base. The toss. Out at second. Cam Chick has done it with the bat. Here he does it with the glove.
This is the moment. This is major. This is 10 toes down on the pavement.
He walks through the curtain and stands in front of the WWE Titantron.
There you go.
Flexes a little, struts his way down to the ring. This should be the only way he's allowed to enter the field from this point forward. Anytime he goes to the third base coaching box, we should just play that song and let him strut. Let's bring in Lance Harvell. How you doing, Coach?
I'm good. Flexes a little would be right.
You've still got the flex in you. Look, you're still in uniform shape.
Hey, I'm still haunted by getting chirped at by the players in Indiana's dugout when they told me I didn't have any drip. I was like, oh no, don't criticize my drip or lack of drip. No.
See, now you got to go back to the lab.
After the game, when I looked up on Google what that meant, I was a little bit offended. Come on, man.
What is drip? I don't know what drip is. What is drip?
It's like your swag, like your swagger.
Okay.
It is your mojo. It is your mojo. It is a thing that precedes you and stays behind you. It is all of the. It is your presence. Mm-hmm. When Nuke LaLoosh was speaking of it, he didn't even know he was speaking of drip. I'm here to announce my presence with authority.
How's your drip doing today? Good.
My drip is great. I'm hanging out with my main squeeze. Just had lunch with my wife before I head out of town. And hit the recruiting trail, and so I feel like my drip is at an all-time high.
There you go, man.
That is good news.
Look. When you're with your number one, that's when you should your drip should apex. That's how this. Where you headed to? Where are you headed to?
I'm headed to Atlanta this weekend. Hot Atlanta. So I'll be flying out first thing in the morning, and heading down there for the weekend.
We were talking about. And we've heard you mention it before, and I couldn't remember what it was. We were talking about karaoke songs that are overdone. What's your You have a go-to karaoke song though. What is it?
I don't have a go-to karaoke song. I really and truly don't. And probably because my twin sister does have one, and that's probably why I don't. Because I'm not associating myself.
Have you ever?
I have a go-to like piano bar song, like a piano bar request.
Okay.
You write it on the napkin, you put a $1 bill or a few bucks in the napkin, and go put it in the request wherever they play it. And it's not always a crowd pleaser, a crowd favorite. But I do it because if they play it, I like to just see the reaction from the crowd, from the audience. And it's Lee Greenwood's "Proud to Be an American."
Okay,
that's a good choice.
It's a little bit of a let's crush the vibe of the place right now. Let's bring it down a little bit, and I do it purely, number one, just to see if they will play it. Usually you got to up the ante a little bit. You got to throw a 5. You got to throw a Finsky in there to get them to play it. But if they do, it is hilarious to see the reaction of the crowd when the opening line.
What usually happens
from the lakes of Minnesota?
Like, that's Lance Harvell just coming in to wreck the scene. That's funny. So you've never been
from Piano Man to
that's right. The house is just rocking, and there comes Lance Harvell with Lee Greenwood. That's fantastic. That's really good. So have you ever been forced? Have you ever done karaoke?
Oh yeah, I mean I've done it. I don't know that I have a go-to.
You don't remember what you did?
I tell you, so one time out with some buddies, we got into it, and one of my good buddies did Guns N' Roses Paradise City. What he didn't realize was there's like a 32 bar instrumental break in the middle of it, and he was just standing there like an idiot the whole time.
If you're gonna
like he tried to kind of, at the beginning he kind of tried to do a little air guitar, whatever, and then tried to get a clap going, and nobody was having it, and he just had to stand up there and blare it until the music was over and the song actually came back on. But the reason I don't have a go-to, I got to kind of read the crowd. You know, I got to see what they're feeling. What's the demographic of the crowd, and what do we have to go to? That same night, a little bit older crowd, and they weren't feeling some of the younger generation stuff. But I brought the house down with some Roger Miller, King of the Road.
Oh, that's mine.
You know,
that's
that
my
was
go-to.
the go-to for that night.
Yep.
You know, it's just like when you're coaching third, running the offense. Like, there's no necessary, black and white playbook. You got to have some feel. You got to see the situation and go from there.
If you're going to go with Guns N' Roses, you have to have the actual side to side sway.
Yeah.
To fill that instrumental, you've got to go full on, slightly off beat.
Yeah,
never quite the same distance in either direction.
Right,
and a headband.
Yeah,
like all of those are required.
Yeah, it's like it's like a seal or something in the ocean swimming up to the surface. Kind of it's kind of a snake movement, which I have. I have that in my bag.
Snake movement.
I can
He's
pull
got
that
it.
out if I want it.
I had no doubt. You need to do that in third base.
You probably have the headband just in case you need it too, right? Just so you throw on the headband. This crowd, you're a crowd reader. You know when it's needed.
Yeah, and funny, kind of bringing this thing full circle here. My wife actually has the headband. We went as Axel and Slash for a Halloween party a few years back.
Nice.
And I had the DP. I'll send you a picture.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
But I was Slash, and she had the white jeans and the white jean jacket and the red bandana.
Fantastic.
Going. And yeah.
That
I want to see that picture.
That just made my day.
I
Like
wanna see the picture.
just thinking of that, it just made my day.
Can we post that picture?
Yeah.
We'll wait
Okay,
for the right
sure.
moment.
DP, I'm about to float it through the airways right now.
All right,
actually.
all right.
Okay.
What would be required? What would have to happen if the Huskers win? Well, when the Huskers win the Big Ten Conference Championship next year, can we get the actual snake in the third base box?
Yes.
See, that's what.
There you go.
That's that's you. I'm all in.
Right after the dog pile.
All right. No, as their dog pile, he's in
I'm gonna
full
do it.
Axel mode.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it out to the dog pile.
There you go. Nice.
We've been trying to figure out how to handle the whole baseball redress, right? This thing has gotten its own legs, and it's been drinking and it's wobbling. Lance Harvell, commissioner, you want to fix this thing and make it simple. What can baseball do to simplify the chaos behind substance abuse on baseballs? What can be allowed? What won't be allowed? How do you check it? How do you monitor it? Go for it.
That's a great question, and one I feel like I probably should have been prepped for, because I do not know. There's going to be some dead air on the show right now. I have no idea how. Again, like, this has been happening for over 100 years. How do you? Nobody's been able to stop it yet. So how are you? They're just going to continue to push the envelope and find new ways to do it. So how you stop it, I have no idea. And now it does seem like it's almost getting a little ridiculous, because now you've got pitchers coming off the field that are getting checked and they're getting undressed on the on the foul line. I mean, it's like, are you serious? You guys are handing the umpire their hat, their glove, undoing their belt, taking that off, and then dropping their pants halfway. I mean, it's like, everybody's probably going to get mad at the umpires, like, oh, I can't believe you're you're checking me, but it's not their fault. Like it's got to come from the top, whatever it is. It's got to come from Major League Baseball. But do you go cold turkey on it because guys are still going to, here's the deal. It's worth it to try to cheat. That's why guys have done steroids. That's why guys do spider tap, whatever else. It's worth it because they get paid, millions and millions of dollars, and you sign one contract with this lump sum guaranteed, and you cheat and get busted. Okay, so what? I'm still set the rest of my life.
Right.
Now, kids, if you're listening at home, I'm not advocating cheating is worth it and it pays in the end. But I mean, seriously, that's why guys have done it. They just need to have one good year and they'll get paid. And if you don't get caught, then you have a shot at doing that, and taking care of your family for the rest of your life. And let's not pretend it's not going on in other sports, as well. Like people's mind would be blown probably if, and I don't even know everything, but I mean, with the NFL, and those guys as big as they are and as fast as they are and as hard as they hit and all that stuff, like you can't tell me they're not on some form of performance enhancing drugs to get back, in the span of 7 days to get back to do it all over again, or some of them even in a short week if you're playing on a Thursday or a Monday or something. They know how much to take, and that's why some of these doctors and stuff are making such probably a good living, because they know exactly how much to take to not trigger the positive test.
But it feels like we focus more on baseball than the other sports because baseball embraces stats. I mean, we judge everybody by stats, and no hitters at an all-time high. We better lower that. Our batting averages are too low. We better get those raised, so we better check pitchers, bat technology, baseball technology. It feels like, the fences are different in every yard. Baseball is affected by how it's set up more than any other game.
Yeah. No, you're right. I mean, a quarterback can go out there and be awful for 3.5 quarters, but you lead one game winning drive and you're a winner. Everybody remembers that. Everybody remembers you. Well, he's just clutch. He's a clutch player. But, if you have a career 220 batting average, but, every night you're making, a defensive play that saves your team 2 or 3 runs, nobody thinks of those. They remember, well, you didn't have very many RBIs, but you could say, well, yeah, but I saved 115 runs this year with my defense, but those aren't equal, in people's minds. In terms of winning games, yeah, they absolutely matter. But yeah, the stats kind of run the show. And so when you're paying people based off of that, they're going to find ways to get it done,
Yeah. It really is. It's a problem across all sports. As a matter of fact, we were talking about the difference. I mean, golf is affected by technology and its advances.
Yeah.
Having to make sure that the balls are updated so that they can handle the new titanium swings that go along with it. Baseball has the same issue as technology changes the bats, especially on the collegiate level. Aluminum and titanium bats, that's a different deal. And players' safety is a big consideration. You don't want a pitcher taking a line drive off of one of those titanium bats. How do you think how do you set the boundary for that? Is it just whatever the best is you can do that? Or do you worry about technology affecting the game?
Well, yeah, it already has, and it affected it negatively in college baseball, however many years ago it was when they decided to deaden the bats. And now everybody's kind of come full circle to, but even then it didn't take people long to figure out how to get around that. They were putting these, inside the metal bats, they were putting these rings inside them to reduce, the trampoline effect and the exit velocity off the bat. But it took people less than a year to realize the term for it is rolling the bat. Those things are just made out of plastic, basically. So the more you hit with them, that plastic starts to chip away, crack, break, whatever. Now all of a sudden you got a hot bat again, and it's just like they were, and I don't know how to stop it. I don't know how to police it. I mean, I know in college baseball, what I'm the most familiar with, obviously, we have to do bat testing before every series, and the bats get they get approved and they've got to pass a test that tests kind of the what do you call it? They kind of test the trampoline effect off them to make sure they're not hot, to make sure they're still good to go. And then they slide this metal ring down it, kind of a cookie cutter looking thing, and to make sure there's no flat spots, on the bat that guys are using. And so only approved bats, you're only allowed to use approved bats in the games. But outside of that, I have no idea. I don't know how you prevent it. And the technology is getting, better and better with the equipment. I don't know how to shut it down, because it's not slowing down, I don't think, anytime soon. And people, again, if you continue to kind of give people some incentive, to do it, like in baseball, like we said, if you're getting paid based off results, then you're essentially incentivizing guys to cheat, because they're gonna, okay, you've set the rules now for what my career is going to be based off of. Well, why not? Why not give it a shot?
Nebraska baseball assistant Lance Harvell is our guest. I've been watching a lot of the College World Series, very entertaining, but I can't help but think Nebraska would fit in very well with some of these teams. How much of the College World Series have you been able to watch?
I've watched a ton. And I'm actually heading to Omaha this afternoon. My wife's, she's got some family that came into town, and they were able to get some tickets and had extra, so they invited us. And so we're gonna head over to Omaha a little bit later today and go watch Stanford and Vanderbilt. But yeah, I've watched quite a bit of it, and yeah, it's been entertaining. And I look at that NC State team and kind of think that we're a lot like them. You're right. And they were the team. I feel like we kind of gave them the blueprint maybe for taking down Arkansas, and they did it. But they're playing extremely well. And you look at them and Virginia, the two ACC schools. You look at these teams, it almost has like a March Madness kind of feel, like the team that's just playing the best at the right time of year that kind of has gotten hot. They're the two teams that up until last night anyway. Virginia had that game in hand until the last 6 outs of the game, but they're still playing at a very high level. But NC State is, they're getting it done right now. They're a fun team to watch. They can hit, they can defend. They're pitching it really well. They're good on the front end and the back end of the game. They remind me a lot of our team this year. It's been good. It's been good baseball.
Coach, would it be good for college baseball for Vanderbilt and with its two studs to win the title, or would it be better for somebody else to beat them, somebody with fewer stars on their team?
I don't know. It's a good question. And Coach Christie and I were kind of talking about this, just the way that the World Series is set up, with the days off and days in between and all that. You don't necessarily have to have 3 or 4 really good starters. Like if you have just 4, maybe 5 guys on your staff, period, you can bounce back. You can bring guys back, some of your starters on short rest, and have a shot. If you win games and you have to do it, you could get through the entire thing with 4 or 5, guys that on your pitching staff that you can really depend on that can go get it done. I don't know. I don't know for the game of baseball if it's. I know what I would like to see. I would like to see it, be the best team, in Omaha, that and not just the team with the two best pitchers. The guys that have a chance to be potentially 1 and 2 in the draft. Just riding those guys through the whole tournament. I would like to see it be just the team that wins the whole thing is the school with the best baseball team, best all around team.
The atmosphere in Omaha has been fantastic. You've had a lot of crowds of 20,000+, and I can't help but think about, wow, I wish the Big Ten tournament had been there because it would have been jam-packed. But how does Omaha doing in your mind, hosting the College World Series?
Yeah, it looks awesome. It looks electric on TV. And you can tell how anxious people were to get back there and how starved people were, having the year off where they didn't have it. It just seems like there's a different kind of buzz there. I know when I came back off the road last weekend, my flight, I had to go through Dallas and then Dallas to Omaha. And I was looking at the people on the plane, and there were all 8 teams were represented on my flight from Dallas to Omaha, and the energy was high. There was a pretty cool vibe on the flight in there, and so you could tell the energy was high. You could tell once we landed, even just in the airport. I mean, there was kind of a buzz, in the Omaha airport there, just from people coming in and being excited about the World Series. So it'll be fun. I'm excited to see it tonight, kind of in person, and kind of get a feel for it there. Once the only time I've ever been was back when it was still at Rosenblatt, and so I haven't been to the TD Ameritrade yet, and I'm really looking forward to it tonight.
Coach, when's the next time the entire team, as it stands, will get together?
Probably not until we meet for the first time, the first team meeting moving into next year. So everybody's out playing summer ball. We got some guys tearing it up right now playing summer ball. But yeah, we won't all be together in the same room, until we have our first team meeting.
Well, in the meanwhile, your Astros won't lose. So there's that.
I go outside every morning and tap the base that you gave me, the Astros base. I just give it a little rub every morning out the backyard just for good luck.
Brother,
come on,
seems to be working.
One more time.
Oh man, I have been there with that, man. Absolutely. Again, you gave it a good home. It makes me smile a little bit. All right, Coach, be safe on the road. Enjoy the College World Series, and thank Wifey for allowing you to come out and play with us.
I will. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
Nebraska baseball assistant Lance Harvell. He sent the pictures.
Go to my Twitter. I'm going to share these. He sent 2 pictures of him and Wifey, and
he's doing the snake movement thing.
One he's just there with his red cup and the full wig, and his wife's got the red bandana and the white on white, and then he's sitting on a stool with a guitar. With cigarette dangling from his lips. Well done, Coach.
We're not going to let him forget that he promised us he's got to do that snake movement.
He's got a snake.
After they win the Big Ten championship next year.
He's got a snake. So I will share this on Twitter now for you followers.
There you go. Let's get to break. Come back with more. The 10. Finally going to get to the 10, my favorite Royals baseball players of all time.
More of the DP and Steven Show is coming your way on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Listening to this Allstate commercial about savings might be the hardest thing about getting those savings. Save for simply becoming an Allstate customer. Save more for adding DriveWise. And save even more for driving safely. Visit Allstate.com or contact your local agent for a quote today. Allstate. Minimum effort, maximum reward.
Not available in every state. New customer savings based on early signing discount. Drive-bys is an optional feature. Savings vary based on how you buy. Subject to terms and conditions. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
You knew the risks when you decided to drive drunk. There could be a crash. People could get hurt or killed. But that didn't stop you, did it? You knew you could get arrested. You could incur huge legal expenses. And you could possibly even lose your job. You were well aware of the consequences of driving drunk. But one thing's for sure, you were wrong when you said it was no big deal. Drive sober or get pulled over. This message brought to you by NHTSA.
In every office, there's 2 types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels and Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels and Joe. 93.7 The Ticket. Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Mostly sunny, hot, and humid today. We will top out near 95. It will feel closer to 100. South winds at 15 to 20. We'll see a chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms tonight with a low of 74. Tomorrow, a high of 92 and a continued chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, Andy Neal of Cartridge World. We are not a big box store that sells everything and specializes in nothing. Cartridge World is your local expert when it comes to streamlining office printing and scanning. No big box can match our proven no-cost lease program. We customize solutions that supply you with multifunction printers and all the required service just for buying Cartridge World ink and toner at a 30% savings. Call for a no-cost consultation, 464-3455, or go online to cartridgeworld.com.
There are fans, and then there's you. You live it. You breathe it. You want to soak it all in. Most sports talk shows are fine, but you find yourself craving more. You need the Recruiting Hour with Mike Schaefer and Connor Happer. Each day, we break down what's happening on the recruiting trail and on campus, bringing you guests from all corners of the college football world. The Recruiting Hour with Mike Schaefer and Connor Happer. Weekdays at 2 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Security First Bank. We're the bank, and we make your mortgage more manageable with flexible terms, trusted advice, and competitive rates. When you work with us, we'll know your name, but we'll also get to know your home dreams too. Security First Bank of Lincoln. Voted best small bank in Nebraska by Newsweek magazine. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. NMLS number 505011.
Mike Shaver here. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaving changed my life the past few years with their 10-week challenge, and now you can get your life and fitness back on track too. Build muscle, burn fat, and lose weight with the 10-week challenge with orientation on July 10th and the workouts starting July 12th. Their teamwork, accountability, and results keep you going 45 minutes at a time. And if you can't make it to the gym, they have an at-home video component now. Sign up today for the Farrell's 10-week challenge and mention the ticket for a 50% discount at fxblincoln.com.
If you're feeling past your prime with low libido, fatigue, or weight gain, you might be experiencing low T. At Vitalize Health, they can help treat low T and get you back on track. Ramey and Jackie have focused their careers on whole body wellness and can help with everything from testosterone replacement to Botox to help the outside match the inside and regain your youthful appearance. Vitalize Health does accept insurance. Call them today at 402-413-0717 or go online to vitalizehealthne.com.
Hey, sports fans. Rico here with HIS Auto Care 70th and Van Dorn. Carfax recently awarded us as a top-rated auto service center for 2020, and Lincoln Choice Awards voted us as the 2021 top independent auto repair center. Call us at 402-488-8934 for superior service bumper to bumper. Mention this ad and get 7% off. Doesn't get any better than that. Rico for his Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Back to the DP and Stevens Show, brought to you by Tracy's Collision Center on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
As I was walking down the street one day, a man came up to me and asked me what the time was. That was
Greatest band of all time that uses horns? Chicago? Is it Chicago?
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one as well.
James Brown and the Horny Horns.
There's not a lot of bands that
Parliament.
use horns anymore.
Parliament Funkadelic, Doobie Brothers. Yeah, there's some.
Well,
folks
a lot
that-
of people, a lot of bands will use the horns via the keyboard, which is selling out. You can't do that.
Right. No, the Horny Horns is probably considered the greatest assemblage of talent playing horns for rock and roll or popular music. But I would Earth, Wind, and Fire, the elements of the universe. Man, when they get the horns going, it was nice.
Love.
But as Pinewood Bowl says, hailed as one of the most important bands in music since the dawn of rock and roll era.
Nice.
They came in at number 10, the highest charting American band in Billboard's top 125 history, and the first American band to chart top 40 albums in 6 consecutive decades.
You're like Casey Kasem. That's good stuff.
Let's roll.
Enjoyed that. So they are playing at Pinewood Bowl tonight, and it's going to be 90 degrees even at 9 o'clock. So
be prepared. If you
dress
see me, no
cool.
hugs. I'm going to be sweaty.
He's going to be, look for the guy who's sweating a lot.
I won't be hard to find at Chicago concert.
That's right.
I will not be difficult to find.
How many black guys will be there? at Chicago?
To answer Sean on the text line asked, he said, what hat is that, DP? This is the Washington Senators. This is from the Washington Senators, a blue with the monument on top.
You've got a million different hats. Gear in general. You are loaded.
$1,000,004.
Let's get to the 10. 10 favorite Royals players of all time. My favorite Royals ever.
Okay.
And I found myself, as I was doing the list, going to a particular era.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if you did your favorite national players of all time. Would it be from one era, or would it be?
Well, they haven't been that long.
Well, Senators.
If you ask me, Atlanta Braves would be different.
Yeah, that's true.
Atlanta Braves, Baltimore Orioles.
That's great. The Senators weren't even around for a lot of your childhood.
Well, the Senators left in 71, 72. Went to Texas, became the Rangers. The Nats came back recently. If you said Atlanta, if you said the Baltimore Orioles,
that was your childhood team mostly?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, because they were gone, and so my stepdad would take me up to Baltimore on the weekends, go take me up to 33rd Street.
Right.
Wild Bill Hagee, using the body. It was.
And they were good.
And I caught the Palmer era, the Brooks Robinson, Frank Robinson era. I caught the Eddie Murphy Cowell era. I've probably gone to more Orioles games than anything else.
Yep.
Any other baseball facility.
How far from your house was? That's a ways away.
Hour and 30 minutes, maybe.
That's a ways away.
But we would go
not 3 hours like the Royals are for me.
But we would go and stay.
Yeah.
Especially when they got to Camden Yards.
Sure.
We would go and stay. And we would go.
Camden Yards is still great.
Yeah, just right there in a harbor, all the hotels and food that you can stand, great people, concerts, after games.
So number 10 on my list, my favorite Royals of all time, Hal McRae. We played the snippet, and I'll just go through the snippets once I get through with the 10.
Okay.
Number 9 on my list, Hal McRae, by the way, a 3-time All-Star. I forgot that he won a second World Series title. That time, where was he playing? He had moved on to the Cards. He was playing for the
Cards or
Cardinals.
the Reds?
He was playing for the Cards in 2006.
Didn't he also play for the Reds?
I believe, yes, he did. He won, of course, a championship with the Royals in '85, but later for the Cards in 2006. Led the American League in RBIs in 1982. Maybe the most aggressive base runner I've ever seen. He took guys out at second base.
Yeah, he and Pete made a point to bang people up.
You can't do that like they used to do that.
Well, you can do it legally. I mean, he did his thing.
He took some guys seriously out. Number 9, Bo Jackson. How great could he have been without the hip injury? I always wonder about that. He hit so many monstrous home runs. He had a series, 4 consecutive home runs. He hit 4 consecutive home runs in 1990. And then in 91, he had the injury, and he just kind of disappeared from the game. He was an all-star in 1989. He hit that big shot against Rick Russell in the all-star game. Went almost
with President Reagan calling.
Yeah, went 450 feet.
Yeah, dead center field, lifted, elevated. Before you pass on the Hal McRae thing, he was this was a burner. He was a runner. He was an outfielder, but it was in a car accident. Had multiple leg fractures in 1969. So
he played for the Mets at that point.
No, he was with the Reds. He was
with the Reds at that time. Okay,
he was getting it done, and then he said he broke 2 legs, broke a shoulder, broke everything, and there he is out there doing his job.
But his son played for the Royals as well. He was more of a burner than Hal.
Brian
McRae was a good player. Number 8. My favorite Royals of all time. Some of them are great, and some of them are just really good.
Chester
but Brett
Hicks.
Saberhagen was great. Had a career 3.21 ERA, won a World Series in 1985. He was a 3-time All-Star. He, of course, 85 World Series, 2-time Cy Young winner. He was the World Series MVP. He was just a phenomenal pitcher. He also won a Gold Glove for fielding his position.
He was the guy. It was him and Oral Hershiser, who were the cerebral assassins, who actually had better mental capacity than they
Good
are.
stuff, but not
good stuff. But they understood the psychology of pitching.
Number 7, my favorite Royals of all time, Dan Quisenberry. He had a streak where he had the lowest ratio of walks since the 20s. Like, he never walked anyone. A submarine pitcher, led the majors in saves, led the American League in saves 5 times, but he led the majors in saves several times as well. 3-time All-Star, 85 World Series champ. He was a 5-time, remember the Rolaids man of the, they had the Rolaids relief guy. He won that almost every year for a while.
He had a lot of guys that were copying him.
And this was back in an era where saves started in the 7th inning.
Mm-hmm.
He would go on the mound all the time in the 7th or 8th
Give me
inning.
the ball. Give me the ball.
And he was amazing. Because he was a sub pitcher, you could throw him several nights in a row.
Mel Allen telling the Rolaids fireman stories were probably my favorite thing about Saturdays.
This week in baseball,
Yeah.
number 6, Alex Gordon. His stats weren't amazing. I mean, he hit 257 for his career, 190 home runs, 749 RBIs, but he won a ton of Gold Gloves. Was it 8?
Yeah.
3-time All-Star, World Series champ, 8-time Gold Glover. Just a great baseball player. Of course, he went through that era. When he was drafted, he looked like a bust, and they move him from third. They sent him down to the minors. He moves from third base to the outfield, becomes a great left fielder, and that's where he wins all of his Gold Gloves. But it looked for a while like this guy is not going to make it, and he certainly made it. Number 5, my favorite Royals of all time, Amos Otis. 3-time Gold Glover. He's in the Royals Hall of Fame. He had 277 for his career, played for a bunch of different teams. He was not on that 85 World Series team. He had left by then. Willie Wilson had taken over in center field. He was a little bit older. But the first time I remember a lot of guys talking about opposite field home runs, Amos Otis was in that era. He had a lot of he had great,
he was smooth.
He was fast, and he's
Greyhound.
just a really, really good player. Led in stolen bases in 1971, the major leagues in stolen bases. Great baseball player, and I loved him. Grew up loving Amos Otis. Number 4, Willie Wilson. Hit 289 for his career. Didn't hit many home runs. I think he had 40 in his career. Played 19 years.
Good run, though.
But he had more inside the park home runs than anybody I ever remember.
Willie was... I didn't understand fluid running until you saw Willie Wilson run the bases.
He was one of the fastest. He was the fastest Royal. Maybe Gerard Dyson and Willie Wilson, I'd love to see them race. But Willie Wilson was just speed, and it was perfect that he played in Royal Stadium because they had AstroTurf, and he would run down balls that nobody could get to. Once they hit that turf, they were diving toward the wall, and he would cut them off.
Willie could go, man. Willie could go.
Terrence Gore was fast, yes, but all he did was pinch run. Sorry. Nick wants Terrence Gore.
No, Nick. No.
I can't. I mean, I love Terrence Gore, but all he did was pinch run. They would never let him hit.
Yeah, and I'm not sure he was the greatest pinch runner in Royals history.
No, well, he did it a lot. I think Dyson surpasses him.
No, you go back to the 70s. They had guys
Right.
they brought in who would just track guys.
Yep. Number 3, favorite Royals of all time. One of the few from this era, Salvi Perez. You know, he's already a 6-time All-Star. He has 5 Gold Gloves. Won the World Series in 2015. Career 270 batting average. He's a great leader. He's so much fun. When this list is, in 10 years, he'd probably be number 1 on this list.
Okay.
Love Salvi Perez.
Okay.
Number 2, Frank White. Played 18 years in the majors, 5-time All-Star. He won 8 Gold Gloves. He was the glue I felt bad the way it ended with Frank and Kansas City. He was on the broadcast and had a disconnect, and they kind of booted him from the organization. I hope someday they can mend the fences with Frank White. Because
I don't understand that.
I don't understand what happened. I don't get it. But he's not a part of that family anymore, and it's a shame.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make any sense at all. Number 1, my favorite Royals, George Brett, of course. Number 5, I used to wear it all the time, playing softball. He's a Hall of Famer. In fact, he is one of 4 players in Major League history to have 3,000 hits, 300 home runs, and a career batting average over 300. The others are Hank Williams, Stan Musial, and Willie Mays. 3-time batting champ. The last guy to chase seriously 400. He hit 390 in 1990. That same year, he had 118 RBIs in only 117 games. And Tony Gwynn is the last guy to actually did hit over 390. He hit 394 in 1994, but he didn't have the power or the pop of George Brett.
He could have.
He could have if he wanted to.
He could have if he wanted to. Him and Ichiro both could hit for power if that's what they so chosen to do. But couple that didn't make it listen, mainly pitchers. Because Splittorff has to be on the list. Leonard has to be.
Dennis Leonard, I considered.
Yeah, Paul Splittorff was as good as feared a pitcher in Major League Baseball during his run. But he, Kevin Appier, also, those are 3 guys who threw a ton.
Yep.
Mike Sweeney didn't make your list. I'm a little surprised.
He played in a really bad era of Royals baseball.
Jeff Montgomery.
I love Jeff Montgomery.
One of my favorite Royals, Freddie Patek.
Love Freddie Patek.
Who they
UL Washington, I consider.
Would pair with Cookie Rojas at the same time. Patek and Rojas in the lineup.
Yeah.
2 of the shortest great players to ever do it. Mark Gubiza.
Great pitcher.
Who lined it up. Larry Gura, who lined it up for you guys.
I had Larry Gura on the list. I just didn't put him down as
Charlie Liebrand in his run. Unfortunately, he went to Atlanta and cost them a World Series. Steve Busby, another pitcher that ran long.
He threw a no-hitter with the Royals.
Beltran and what he did when he was here. For what he did when he was here. Zach Greinke for what he did when he was with KC. Johnny Damon before he went to the Evil Empire.
There was that era where they had Jermaine Dye and they had Johnny Damon and they just gave them all away. And I can't blame Johnny Damon for that.
He did it.
I blame the Royals, but I'm mad at him for leaving.
Good
even
for
though
his
it wasn't
career. Guys back in the day, John Mayberry, the Big Bopper. On that side,
that was early.
Willie
late
Mays
60s.
Akins.
I've got him on the list.
Yeah, Willie Mays Akins, who was just fun. Bud Black, who got it done over a long period of time. And one of my favorite Royals was Steve Balboni.
Steve Bye Balboni.
Bye, who couldn't hit his weight, but man, he could hit at 400.
Yep. He was a power hitter.
So
yeah, there was a lot of guys. Kevin Seitzer, I considered. I really liked him.
Yeah, the text line says Bo Jackson 3. Everybody else is after that. Dan says, great list. Tom brought back a lot of great memories. My father and I enjoying the Royals. Anonymous texter said John Mayberry. That's the one. Dave Braska says Brett, Gordon, and a tie with everybody else. With Bo number 3 and then everybody else. Okay, we got you. And then Sean says Earth, Wind, and Fire is definitely the best band with horns.
Yeah. I want to play this before we go to break. This is Mike Moustakas, Game 6 of the World Series home run.
Moustakas into right center field. Bautista will watch. Come on. 2-0 Kansas City home run. Mike Moustakas.
2015 can't come back soon enough for the Royals. This year's a tough year, but they did win last night, beat the Yankees, and they've won 3 of their last 4.
And Rico just shed a tear.
Let's get to break and eat the leftovers to finish out the show next.
You're listening to the DP and Stevens Show on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Security First Bank. We're the bank, and we make your mortgage more manageable with flexible terms, trusted advice, and competitive rates. When you work with us, we'll know your name, but we'll also get to know your home dreams too. Security First Bank of Lincoln. Voted best small bank in Nebraska by Newsweek magazine. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. NMLS number 505011.
Hi, Andy Neal of Cartridge World. We are not a big box store that sells everything and specializes in nothing. Cartridge World is your local expert when it comes to streamlining office printing and scanning. No big box can match our proven no-cost lease program. We customize solutions that supply you with multifunction printers and all the required service just for buying Cartridge World ink and toner at a 30% savings. Call for a no-cost consultation, 464-3455, or go online to cartridgeworld.com.
Time to replace your heating and air system? Get local utility rebates and big cash discounts from Bryant. Call 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning and Heating. We do whatever it takes.
Need a better job? Looking for a career? Dana Trucking and Excavating is what you're looking for. They are a rapidly growing company looking for a heavy mechanic. Dana Trucking and Excavating offers a team culture with lots of benefits, including 401k, health, annual raises, paid vacation, holidays, and much more. It's a great career opportunity. Want to love what you do? Join the Gaina Trucking team. Apply online at www.gainatrucking.com. That's www.gainatrucking.com.
Hey, it's Aber. Join me and Robbie this Friday at Rubidoo for their grand opening. It's Lincoln's ultimate barbecue store, and they're giving away $1,500 in prize money. And there's live music right after the show. That's this Friday at Rubidoo at 455 West South Street.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and there has never been a better time to trade in your car, truck, or van, and Koppel wants to be the place to do it. We have sold and serviced vehicles here in Louisville for over 45 years, and to show our appreciation, Bob would like to invite you down to the dealership to get a multi-point inspection, oil change, alignment check, and Kelly Blue Book evaluation for your vehicle at no charge. Yes, you heard right, no charge. This is a limited time offer. Go online at koppelcars.com. Schedule your visit. You must have an online appointment to qualify. Offer ends June 30th.
If you're feeling past your prime with low libido, fatigue, or weight gain, you might be experiencing low T. At Vitalize Health, they can help treat low T and get you back on track. Rami and Jackie have focused their careers on whole body wellness and can help with everything from testosterone replacement to Botox to help the outside match the inside and regain your youthful appearance. Vitalize Health does accept insurance. Call them today at 402-413-0717 or go online to vitalizehealthne.com.
Hi, Charlie Stone here for Honda of Lincoln, and before I bring out Andy Goodyear, I want to share this with you. I'm sure you've heard most auto dealers are very low or have no new cars to sell. For those of you who really want or need a new or pre-owned vehicle right now, Honda of Lincoln has more than 900 new Hondas in stock or on the way, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Plus, you can still get financing from 0% APR or special factory lease rates. Andy, how did you get so many cars?
There are three primary reasons. One, we are the oldest and largest volume Honda dealer in Nebraska. Two, we are a 15-time Honda President's Award winning dealer and the only Nebraska dealer to receive it in 2020. And three, our customer satisfaction index with Honda is very high. When you combine all three, Honda helps us have the cars and trucks on our lot.
Thanks, Andy. Come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Back to the DP and Steven Show, brought to you by Tracy's Collision Center on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
What was one of George Brett's greatest years?
1990.
I think he did pretty well that year. Sure.
I think it was 19. Yeah, it was 19.
What year was the 390 year?
That was 1990.
Amazingly, how that played out.
It's incredible that happened that way. That was a great year.
He was rapping just for George Brett. Like he wanted it. He wanted it remembered.
George Brett was great. He was great. Let's eat the leftovers.
I'd like to be alone with the sandwich for a moment.
Are you going to eat it?
Yes.
The Leftovers
with DP and Stevens.
We haven't talked much NBA today, but of course, Jay Crowder to DeAndre Ayton, alley-oop dunk. It lifts Phoenix to the 104-103 victory in Game 2 over the Clippers last night. Ayton's dunk gave the Suns, of course, a 2-0 lead. He finished with 24 points on the night. He was 12 of 15 from the field, 14 rebounds. And the Suns played without Chris Paul. They get 29 from Cameron Payne. Devin Booker had 20. they're in control of that series right now.
Well, they did what they were supposed to, which was win 2 games on their home court.
But then they're going to get Chris Paul back.
Well, we're not sure when they get Chris Paul back, but whenever that is, just remember that again they've accomplished what they should. They haven't done anything different yet. The series begins at Game 3 on the road of the team that's down 0-2. The next game is important.
Well, Paul George played really well. He made the layup and then another go-ahead jumper, but he missed 2 critical free throws with 8 seconds left. It just makes one. They go to overtime in that game.
I have to be real careful not to judge players for the lesser moment compared to the greater moments. I have to be real careful.
That's why I'm not, because you're really careful, so I'm not as careful.
No, that's fine. That dude had to battle. He's without he's without Kawhi. He's trying to lead by example. Yeah, he expended a little energy last night. I'm not surprised that his legs were shot at the end of regulation.
Well, I'm rooting for the dude, and I'm rooting for Tyronn Lue as the head coach. I would like to see him shine in those moments, and he has played well, but I want to see him be who I think he is. I want to see him be Paul George.
Well, I want the NBA to get it right that these final 90 seconds don't have to be 90 minutes each. You're getting your advertisers in. Stop sitting the Scott Fosters of the world to these series to game manage and to do the league's bidding. It's not necessary. Allow the games to be played out. It's okay if 2 teams fight fairly and somebody wins.
You don't have to review everything, right? I mean, I understand you want to know how much time is on the clock, but that really cost, I think, the Clippers because it set up that inbounds pass. They were allowed a free timeout.
But the Clippers asked for it. The Clippers actually asked for it. See, at some point you do harm to yourself. Look, if you have to review everything, then you have the wrong people officiating in the first place. It should be definitive. Each call should be purposeful with an explanation. Finger point. Tell me what you saw. Move along.
The last 5 minutes of that game seemed like it took 3 hours. It was just way too long.
But the pass by Jay Crowder is one of the that's a great NBA playoff moment.
And the dunk was great. Aiton's great.
We've never seen that before in that moment.
Well, I think they owe everything the Suns to the Celtics. They're made him the player that he is, Jay Crowder.
Well, but have we ever seen an alley-oop finish dunk?
I've never seen that before.
We've never seen that before.
Never seen that before.
Well,
that was cool.
And kudos for the coaches and players having understanding of the rule that is a live ball and there is no offensive interference. As a matter of fact, if Zubaz has known that, you go up and put your hand through the rack and make sure it doesn't go through and make somebody else beat you another way.
I just want to make sure you're okay. Mississippi State scored 6 runs in the 8th, and Virginia was playing well. They had a no-hitter going, and then what happened? What happened?
Cowbells happened. Cowboys, they just collapsed. I'm not mad at them. Line it up again. Go get it. They'll get Texas. I believe they get Texas.
Yeah, they got Texas in the elimination game.
Yeah, so, play your way through, man.
Mississippi State, they advance to Friday. They get lots of time off.
No excuses.
But the College World Series has been really good. I think you might be going.
Going Friday if the weather permits.
Lance Harvell says he's going tonight, so that ought to be fun. I'll watch more of it tonight. We are out. The Recruiting Hour is next. Have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.
There are fans, and then there's you. You live it. You breathe it. You want to soak it all in.